I didn't realize it would. I don't know. Fly casual. You know. I wonder if I should go turn this off so I'm just big for now. Not cover. Half screen. Oh, I'm as big as... Oh, because of the chat, it's showing me as big as I'm going to be. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just see you guys over there. Okay, so if I'm looking at screen, everything's opposite. So if I want to point to someone on screen, that's on my... That would be on my left, the left-hand side of the screen. I want to point right. Yes, that's what it is. Okay. So we'll just wait for some people to join because I'm so ridiculously blessed that people watch this. People tune into this zaniness. But what we're going to be doing... Well, I'll wait for the little stream moments thing to say, you're now live. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Crazy Taxi. Why did you have to have awesome, fun music that apparently is going to get me DCMA'd? DMCA'd? AMC'd? You know the thing. If I play you on Twitch. Now, I think Lil Ronan was saying that will actually... the Dreamcast version, you can't just turn off the music. So I could certainly just play it muted, but that's annoying. For me and for you. You know, because of the stuff with the things at the place. You know, at the time. For reasons. I crack myself up. This is so easy. I hope this whole thing is not that easy. I hope so. I hope this is much... I hope this gets harder. Hey, Stacy. How are you doing? Welcome. We're not going to be doing the podcast quite yet. Oh, and there's a thing that says we're live. Welcome, Rewinders and Retro Lovers. If you're looking for a... If you're a fan of movies from the 80s... or 90s, but mainly the 80s tonight, then this is the stream for you. My name is Francisco, and tonight we're going to be... Let me in. Oh, yeah, I forgot to invite Paul. You want in, Paul? What? Okay, I'll put it in the Facebook group, Paul. Invite guests. I need to copy that link. All right, and I pull this over. Put it in the Facebook group. Cha-ching. We're not starting for a while yet, Paul, but okay. I figured you'd want to have just some time to just do whatever. But there's the link for you, my friend. Tonight we're going to be first doing a trivia challenge, which should be fun. And then after our guest is ready to go, we'll be starting our podcast live review of Time Bandits. Stacey, have you ever seen the movie Time Bandits? You're like, oh, me and Dale watch Time Bandits every night. It's our favorite. Yeah, probably not. Okay, I sent you the link, Paul. Where are you? Let's get this. Now, it'll be interesting to see if between me and Paul, who can name these first. Now, there's going to be a delay. I have the advantage of having no delay. I see the things right away. But Dale is not going to come tonight. Oh, okay. Is he okay? Hopefully he's all right. Never heard of it. Oh yeah, I've heard of it over the course of my life, but I've never seen it. Watching for the podcast was my first time watching it. Let's see. I see no Paul. You're watching TV? Okay, cool. Anything fun on? Is your who's the guy? Cole Wendell or Wendell? Cole Wendell? Is that the singer you really enjoy? It's probably not Cole. It's probably something else. But I don't know these things. Or I should say I don't remember. Because you did tell me, so I should know. But hello, John. How are you doing? It's been a while. At least it seems like it's been a while. How are your goats doing these days? Dale is watching TV. Okay, got it. My friend is... Oh, it is Cole Swindle. Okay, so I got the name right. Or Swindale. Hello, Paul.
Hello, welcome everybody.
Welcome,
and hello
welcome.
Everybody.
Hello, everyone.
You probably already welcomed them.
Kind of. Oh, you know what I realized? I could... Well, I have another screen share going. Let me see... Oh, no, I don't. Oh, it went off. Okay. I'm going to share this screen. I guess I didn't have to do it the way I'm doing it. I can share it on this.
So you're sharing the chat.
Yeah, but just for during this time.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. The goats are looking for number 37. Oh, isn't that really... Sorry, bad?
Your audio sounds a little fuzzy to me, but I don't know if that's just on my end.
I don't know. I turned myself up for the stream.
Maybe that's it.
I think I'm going to be coming in fine.
Yeah, as long as the recording's cool.
I think so.
All right, cool.
Let's see. Stacy says, I don't know if Star Fox is coming in or not. He's just home from camp. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, he went camping. That's right. Or, oh, wait. I thought he was camping. Was he camping this whole time? That's cool. All right, hold on, Paul. Let me share this thingamajoo.
Did you say thingamajoo?
No, I didn't say that. You heard wrong. Why would I say that? Don't play that. Why would I ever say that, Paul? Oh my god. Take it back. I'll try. I'll try to take it back. Okay.
So are my Arnold sounds just not coming in? Still?
I hear them. No, I hear them fine.
They're fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were subpar still.
You're not supposed to see that. Hold on, guys. I forgot.
That's our show notes.
Oh, yes, I know. It's our show notes. I need to stop sharing this. Let's go to OBS. Turn that off.
Pay no attention behind the curtain.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Don't look at the man behind the curtain. Exactly. Okay.
So I think that's the same one I used for my
Oh, really?
It's just the still of the boy, but the face cloud is moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I used. Yeah.
Okay. Let's share this one now. Make that full screen. Share so you guys can see it. Let's go ahead and share audio so I can just switch to the other tab when we're ready. So I'll do screen. Oh no, I want Brave tab. And then we're going to do... Oh, it's going to do the tab. So I guess I don't need to share audio.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Happy to be here.
How are you doing, Paul?
Very nice to see you all again. First, I would like to just get to know you. I want to ask you a bunch of questions.
What is this?
I want to have them answered immediately.
I don't know if my mouth sync is good, but
Let's see.
Doesn't look like the trailer.
I'm not doing the trailer right now. That's for later. Oh, gosh.
You have that all queued
You
up?
meanie. Yes, I do have that up. All right, so let's see. That cuts off so much. Let's see. I guess I'll just do it this way.
Have you ever seen that movie?
No, well, hold on. So we're going to be playing a game where me and Paul, I guess you'll watch me and Paul compete. You guys can feel free to play too. I'm just may not be looking at the chat as fast.
And hey, Stacy.
Hey, and who's going to win? Let's see. So I don't know how we're going to keep track of points.
I believe in chat. They can win. They have Google in front of them.
So what this is going to be is we'll see who. So Paul and I can, when as soon as we see a picture, we can try and name what movie is where the still is from. If neither of us can guess, we can look at the multiple choice, which gives us options.
It's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Those kids fell in the river.
Paul, this can be practice because I'm sure we both know what movie this is. I haven't seen it, but okay. So
you haven't seen Stand By Me?
I was gonna say we say it together, but no, I have not seen Stand By Me. So I'm gonna hit Stand By Me. I don't know if it's gonna scroll up to the next one or not, or if I have to scroll.
All right.
But then I'll scroll down to the next one, and first person to say it will get the thing. You'll keep score. Thank you so much, John. That'd be fantastic. All right. So this one doesn't count. So Stand By Me. Let's see. Does it scroll? No. Okay, it doesn't. All right, but it does say correct answer. Well, that's great. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, man.
All right, ready?
My memory recollection on a Friday night after a long week is not the greatest, but that's okay. Well, it's almost an even playing field then. All
I suppose so. Are you ready?
On this handicap. Okay, let's go.
Okay, next. Breakfast Club.
Oh dang it! I got to be quicker on the draw.
Yeah. I wonder, should we do like some... I wish someone else could control this, so we were both sort of seeing it at the same time. I was
wondering if there was a half-second lag to
maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, I know. I'll scroll it, but I'll look on the restream for the image. I won't look at the source, like my screen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me just... Okay, there we go.
Breakfast
Right.
Club.
Okay, yeah, Breakfast Club. Okay, so on the next one... Back to the Future.
Dang it! At first I was like, you said Bat, and I was like, that isn't Batman. That's Back to the Future.
All right, next up... Oh, I guess I have to choose Back to the Future. So we can actually win this quiz. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Terminator.
Oh, wow. You're good.
Are you seeing him, or is it like am I seeing him before you could even see him or something?
No.
Okay.
It's just like right when I'm about to say it, you are there. It's
okay,
faster
gotcha.
on the trigger.
All right, here's the next one. Oh, Goonies.
Did I
tie?
I don't know.
I'll say that's a tie. So maybe no points, or
All
if you
right,
want to
we'll
give
let
Paul a
John
point and me a
decide.
point. Yeah, whichever way you want to do ties, John.
Or not ties. If
Or
you
not
think
ties.
Francisco won.
Oh, we didn't either. Neither of us got. We got. It's the Goonies. Do you care about that? Let's not care about that.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Here's the next one.
I think I said Goonies. Goonies.
And how are you all doing tonight, by the way, John, Stacy? Hopefully you're all doing well. All right, next
these
up.
all 80s, by the way? Or
These
80s?
are all 80s. Yes,
All
these
right.
are all 80s. We
Both
both get a
get
point. Okay,
points.
sounds good, John. All right, here's the next one. Oh, E.T.
Dang, you saw that before I could even... I don't
Oh,
know.
you weren't able to see it? Like I'm...
Well, I saw like the top of his head, but maybe that was enough for you to see it.
Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can do page up, page down, so I'm not having to worry about scrolling. It'll just flash
Okay.
on. Let's see if I do a page
Good
up.
luck aligning that. But first you have to select ET.
Okay. Well, that sort of showed the next one. Oh, let's see.
It was black and white, right?
Yeah, but
Gray?
still.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you know what it is?
No, I didn't notice what it was.
I couldn't figure out what it is either.
I'm going to try page down and see if it shows right away. Okay, here we go. Oh, well, Empire Strikes Back.
Dang it! Empire Strikes Back.
Is it Empire Strikes Back?
It is. It's Empire.
Why isn't it black and white? Oh, because we did this one, so it colorizes the next one. That's what it's doing.
Okay. Harris.
Is it? Oh yeah, I guess
Why
I
did
got
I
it.
say that? I was
Right.
thinking Airplane One, not Airplane One. Airplane One.
All right, here's the next one.
All right.
Ghostbusters.
Wow. I think there's a delay.
Maybe. Okay. Then let's see. How can we?
I don't know if there's an even playing field on this.
Oh no, I know. How about I'll send you the link and you share your screen with it. Would you be able to do that?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to mess up or anything.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, you have it like all like pretty and stuff.
Oh, but do you have a option? It looks like a laptop with an arrow. Is there something like an icon in your restream with that?
X'd out.
Oh, well, try clicking on it.
Share screen.
It's
Oh
probably
yeah.
X'd out because you don't have. Okay, let me send you the link. And
No. This is fine. I don't want to. I
I
don't
don't-
want to.
I don't want it to be like a shutout though.
Oh no,
All
it's
right.
fine.
All right.
Well, just in case you don't get one.
I suppose that maybe we'll get to one. Though these will go harder, and I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Donnie Darko.
Oh my god, yeah, maybe. Okay, here's the next one. And by the way, chat, you guys in chat, are you John or Stacy? Are these all familiar to you? Are you in them right away, or am I being you to the punch also? All right, here's the next one. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
You are
I-
definitely seeing.
or-
Because I saw like the part of the image where it has that blue thing on his head.
The hint.
The hint and like the top of his hair was showing as you were scroll down when you said Ferris Bueller on my screen.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. I'll shut my eyes. I'll press the button, and I won't open my eyes till I let go of the button. Essentially.
I don't know if that will work, but
Well,
okay.
we'll try it.
All
I'm trying to think of something that'll make it more fair. Okay.
Yeah, Stacy says you're saying it too fast.
Hey,
Hello,
Cardinal. Hello.
Cardinal.
All right, eyes closed. I'm gonna
All
press the
right.
button, and then I'll open and this. I mean, I'll have to look for where the image is, so that should give you some time. All right, here we go. Press the button. Scarface.
Yeah.
Did that feel?
I don't
more?
know. We have to go with the other
Okay.
one.
Okay. Scarface. Okay. All right, here we go. Where's the button? Page. Okay.
See, you know that little image of what you showed before? That's what I see when you answer.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, let's try this again.
Dirty Harry.
Unforgiven, but I don't know. Let's see. So you think Dirty Harry?
Dirty Harry was in the 70s, though.
Oh yeah. So okay. So none of these. So okay. Do you want Pale Rider, Silverado, Young Guns, or Tom Horn? I'll let you pick first.
Oh my gosh. Silverado? I don't know.
Okay.
I've never seen it.
I'll say Pale Rider, but
yeah, that sounds more right.
Silverado. Oh, it was Pale Rider.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can give that to me, John, or just no points, maybe. Let's see.
Not forgiven.
Yeah, it's not, Unforgiven. I think it was 90s.
You can get a
I think
half
that's-
point if he wants to do a half. No, you can get the. You know what? You can have the point because or however John wants to do it.
Yeah.
Because we both got a guess and it was wrong, and then you stole it.
Exactly. All right.
No points. All right.
All right, fair. Thank you. All right, here's the next one. Top Gun.
Dang it.
Who was that?
Yeah, that was. I saw the guy with the sunglasses in the back above Tom's head, Tom Cruise's head, and then you're like Top Gun, and I'm like, yeah, that's about right.
So you didn't see the full image? You
Right.
only saw that part?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll have to like go like this.
I don't know if you can
Press the
sync the
button.
delay of your look with the delay of the speed. That's amazing.
I really like Top Gun. Me too, Stacey. Me too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me choose Top Gun here. All right, so I'm gonna go like this.
All right.
Oh, what? I pressed the
That's
button.
it.
What did I
Is
do?
that the end of the quiz?
No, it's not. We're not even halfway.
Oh wow.
Let's try this again. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And the Raiders of the Lost. Dang it! Why did I have to say the stupid name? It's Raiders. It's totally Raiders.
So Cardinal, we're actually waiting. Chris had a church thing that came up, so he's gonna have to join later. So we're just doing this until he can join, essentially.
By the way, do you know how far you think you've gotten on the Indiana Jones game?
I beat it last night.
Oh, you did! Congratulations!
Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Amazing. I was
So-
about to say you can probably go ahead and play it tonight if you want, because I doubt I'll get as far as that. But it's too late.
Oh, you know what? Something, since you've just been lurking, you probably didn't hear me say this, and I haven't discussed with you offline, so we'll just discuss it here in front of all the peoples. I was thinking it'd be fun, and we may need to get no one doing this, but if we did this thing restream for the Indiana Jones game, and we brought in people that were watching like me stream it as the guests, because I don't really have a guest lined up, but they could join like,
What happened to your brother?
I didn't reach out to him.
Reach out to him now.
Okay, I'll reach out to him now. Okay, I will reach out to him tonight. In fact, I'll reach out to him this very second.
Now.
All right, I'll ask. But I said in lieu of that,
No,
I
well, you mean regardless?
no. If he can't do it,
Okay.
I thought it would be nice to have the people that have been watching me stream. They could say
it through with you.
no. They'll just jump in. Like I'll give them the link. Like all the people that say, yeah, I have a like, I have a dislike. I'll give them the link, and then they can join in, and we can queue them up as we're doing the show.
I liked it when you didn't take Sophia with you, and it made it harder.
Wow.
I liked it that one time when you fought a boxer and he killed you.
Thanks, Paul.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'll be
Yeah, I have to look for. Oh, there's my brother. Hey, just a second, guys. As I am my brother. He does. Would you want to podcast covering Indiana Jones and the fate of Atlantis Atlantis. It's a game. We would record on, when did we record this? On August 6th. August 6th. Alrighty, so I've let him know, Paul. Oh, he's not there. Paul's not there. Let's see. Cellcast says, enter the fray, Wildwood, in the frying pan of maximum smotage. How are you doing, Cellcast? Nice to hear. Good on our end. Awesome. Ashley is ready to rock Wildwood in the shotgun of... Don't read this. Of course. So right now, guys, we're waiting for... It's going to be a while. It's probably going to be another half hour to 45 minutes before our guest, Chris Cowan, is here to record our Time Bandits episode. While we're waiting, me and Paul are doing our best. I'm blowing him out of the water with there's a bunch of 80s screens from movies, screen captures from 80s movies, and we're seeing who can guess the movie the fastest. So far I'm doing amazing. But it may be because I'm controlling the thing, and maybe I'm just seeing it a lot faster than he can see it. So I'm trying to put in handicaps and stuff and whatnot. But anyway, let's see. Where are you guys?
No.
But no. Let's see. So you said, Cardinal, you're good on your end for what? And then he said, did it freeze up? I don't think so. I don't think it's frozen up, but I don't know. Something happened on my end. Oh no. We got both bad endings. Oh yeah. And there's multiple endings I didn't realize as well, Paul. So.
The fate of Atlantis could end different ways. Huh?
Apparently. Let's see.
So you reached out to your brother while I was gone.
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you.
Oh wait. What the junk? Oh, I was scrolling the wrong way. Well, that doesn't help anything.
Yeah, it froze up.
We wrapped up D&D. Oh, good. Happy to be here for as long as I can manage to say, I imagine by the time we start the show, Ashley, you may be out, which is totally understandable. But hopefully, let's see if you guys can name these movies faster than us.
Good luck.
Cellcast says Maximum Smudge is indeed what happened to those deep elves. In the D&D game? That's awesome. See, it says we'll leave and come back in. Okay, cool. Hopefully that fixes it. John says Paul has 1, Francisco has 10. If it's a tie, both get point.
Wait. Say that again, but stop before you get to yourself.
Okay. Paul has 1 point.
There you go. Paul has 1.
Okay. Not Paul has 1. Oh my gosh. It took me a second. It froze up on my end. Okay. But it's working now again, Stacey. Ashley says my offer.
Wait. APK is just offering something.
Yes, I see that.
What? She's offering, what is that called when you self-afflict pain on yourself?
Volunteer as tribute?
Yeah.
Self-flagellate?
So what is her offer? Her offer still stands. For
to be on Young Indiana Jones, because we're doing Young Indiana Jones for the Indiana Jones of the Fate of Atlantis. So if my brother can't do it, and we just do, the people that watch the streams are the guests, Ashley is willing to also do the Young Indiana Jones segment so that we have a host for that.
Oh, that's nice.
Right? Totally nice.
No. We need a...
Guys are saying hey to each other.
Hopefully she's... darn it, I forget his name. What's the friend's name? The Belgian French name. The friend of Young Indiana Jones.
Oh, Remy.
Hopefully she's a Remy fan. Or whoever is.
I don't know if she's seen any Remy episodes, but maybe. Yeah, she says Remy, so maybe she doesn't know who Remy is. So this was Rares of the Lost Ark. Okay, Paul, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
You could... Oh, I guess we could pre-record Young Indiana Jones. That's a good point.
With Cowan.
Oh, no. We're not doing that tonight. We're not doing Young Indiana Jones tonight.
We're doing it
next time. Yeah.
2 weeks?
Yes. Did you watch it already?
Remy has been... No, I haven't.
Okay. In a few of my episodes, sometimes I've liked him more than Indiana Jones. Yeah, I can see that. All right, here we go. Next one. I'm going to look away.
All right.
Right? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready to lose.
The Shining. That's a tie. Tie
I
that.
don't know. I'll leave it up to Johnny.
All right, fine. Let's see.
Here's Johnny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, wherever you'll need. Thank you, Ashley. Selka says, Remy, that was the rat in Ratatouille.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I listed, by the way, our episode that we did with the Cellcast covering Akira came out.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a lot of fun. Very enjoyable episode.
Of fun,
Yes. Cardinal says, we know Ashley is the queen outside of me who has recorded 2 or more.
Just a moment.
I think it's more than that, but yeah. Indeed. Okay. So I'm sure Paul's ready for the next one as he's gone. So I'll just go to the next one. I'm kidding. All right. So let's see. I think it's been 4. That might be. I wouldn't be surprised actually. For some reason, I feel like it's only 3, but it could be 4. I don't honestly remember, and I don't have a way. I'd have to look one by one to figure that out. Oh, actually, I could just look at your episodes and see, because I just bring it up, see if there's timestamps. I'm not going to do that now, but I guess if we get through this, we still have a ways to go. If we get through this and we're just still waiting, then we'll do that. You good, Paul?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I like how Ashley.
16 candles?
What are you talking? Oh my gosh! I just now saw it.
Well, I don't know. It could be Pretty in Pink. I don't know.
I will say 16 candles as well.
Yeah. Let's see. It was that. Yes.
Yeah.
So I get the point. We know Ashley was the young Indiana Jones queen. Yes. That I think is the appropriate.
It's just the way the cookie crumbled.
I think Dale may be the other one. Oh, who's been on more? Oh, I didn't realize that Dale had been. Oh, don't look at that one, Francisco. I'm sorry. I did not. I just saw red hair. I didn't see anything else.
Annie. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. All right, here we go.
Annie. Oh no.
Pretty in Pink?
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Not Annie.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Which I still haven't seen.
I still haven't seen it. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen 16 Candles, so I don't know how they are.
16 candles.
All right, here we go. Next one.
That is a young jump.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Dang it. It's the curly hair that got me.
I'm sure if we were live and this wasn't late after a long week, you would be zipping these a lot faster, Paul.
Yeah. We'll have to play this again. We're in the same room.
Exactly. That'd be fun.
But I was about to say, 16 Candles has a young John and Joan Cusack in it.
Oh, really? I don't think I knew that. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Die Hard.
There you go.
Why do we both say, It's like our brain is trying to, I know it. Get it out. There's a lag.
Exactly. Hey, Dapper Man, and hello, Neko. Let's see. Dapper Man says, I just got Pretty in Pink Steelbook at Best Buy for $13.99. Nice. And then Neko says, hello, Neko. All right.
Welcome.
Next, we're currently playing a quiz while we're waiting for our podcast guest, where we are. There's a bunch of 80s movies that have still screenshots of the movie, and we're trying to guess what the movie is. Who can guess it the fastest? Me and Paul. Willow. That's what that is. Okay. Gosh. All right. Here. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Karate Kid. The Karate Kid.
Yes. Karate Kid, the first one.
Cobra Kai. No, wait.
Those were fun episodes.
Yes, they were.
The
No, I won't let myself watch it. Do you know when it comes out, though?
No, I don't.
That'd be the only reason I would want to watch it, to know when it comes out.
Can I say anything? No, I won't say anything.
No.
Dude, Dapper Man, don't bet any money on me. Francisco's a serious handicap.
Wax on, wax off. Exactly, Stacey. Okay, here we go.
Rain Man.
Rain. Oh, dang it. Good job. Good job. Yeah, Rain Man.
Did you look away too slowly?
No.
Okay.
It came from you. You got
review. I haven't seen that in a while.
I haven't seen it in a while either. I don't remember liking it that much, but that probably would be good to do it then. Let's see. Ashley says it has been 4 episodes. Chapters 5, 7, 8, and 15. Jeez, Ashley.
Wow, that's impressive.
You do win. Oh my gosh. That's redonkulous.
I can't even tell you how many chapters we've covered.
17.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's 17. All right. Okay. All right. Here's the next one.
All right. Here we go.
Blade Runner.
Deckard. Who's Deckard?
You know what, Paul? Bite me, okay?
Blade Runner. Tattoo. Blade Runner.
Oh my gosh. I didn't like Rain Man either. Okay. That's fair.
Definitely didn't like Rain Man.
All right. Thank you again, John, for keeping the score here. I've never seen Rain Man. I think it's worth a watch for sure. Like I said, I don't remember being like the best ever, but all right, next one. Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, it is. Yeah, there's the banana with the tailpipe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually saw that for the first time like last year or something.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. I remember liking it a lot, but
I was not all that impressed for something that you hear in the mainstream referred to so often.
That
is one of the best.
Yeah, that is really good. Very catchy. Neko says, what do you call an angry Ray Romano? An ultra-violent Ray? Oh my gosh.
An ultra-violent Ray. Come on, Deborah. You know that.
That's a pretty good Ray. I don't think I've heard your Ray. Wow.
Not really.
Cardinal says, I just saw Blade Runner recently. Oh, okay, what did you think of it, Cardinal? Dapperman says, gasp. I love Rain Man. Oh, okay, cool. That's good to know, Dapperman. So if it ever comes up, put yourself in the running. React to that when it comes out on the Discord. So
Hey, does Ashley want to play The Fate of Atlantis?
Well, let me see. Has my brother responded? Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd love to, but I've never played it before. Okay, well, that's...
Neither have we.
Yeah, none of us have.
Yeah.
So, no worries. You may be spared, Ashley. I'm going to ask him if he's willing to watch Young Indiana Jones.
Okay. Make sure you... Do you want me to verify the episode?
Sure. I'm pretty sure it's 18 is the number we're going to watch.
Chapter 18, The Treasure of the Peacock's Eye. Yes.
There you go.
Good job. I'm impressed.
Thank you. Would you also be able to watch an episode of Young Indiana Jones Chronicles? About 1.5.
We all might be dead by then, Dapper Man.
Commitment. I know. My typing. I'm glad I can't believe that like well into my adulthood I was still hunting and pecking. Like I was typing like this.
Really?
I'm so glad I decided. You know what? I just gotta learn how to type. So I found one of those games where you can just like learn.
Mario teaches typing.
Yeah, that one. No, but I'm just so glad I can touch type. It's
know what?
Who knows how much time.
And it's frustrating because on the mobile devices, it's back to pecking order again.
Right? That's a good point. Yeah, I can't do my thumbs looking away or anything. I have to look at the letters. Thanks for the backlog standing, Cellcast. I'm 7th. That's okay, I suppose. Do I have enough time to finish it? I don't think Paul's gonna finish it, Ashley. So
yeah,
I won't worry about finishing.
Indiana Jones on 1x speed though.
Oh, she's on Jones on 1x speed though. Oh my gosh! I don't know why I was a Wicked Witch of the West right there. Dabberman says, "What? 5 years later in the Discord, I may be." Oh! You're responding now. And then Steve says, hey, Ashley, sorry to say, but Star Fox didn't come in tonight. Well, who knows? He may still come in later. But I hope he's doing okay as well, Ashley. I'm type slow too. Oh, you type slow too, Neko. Totally fine. I mean, that's not a big deal. I'm glad for myself that I don't type as or that my typing isn't hunting and pecking anymore. Stacy says, we went to work and then he went camping and now he's at home. Okay, cool. And Carl says, I'm thankful that I'm a touch 10 keypad. What does that mean?
That's the number.
Oh, that you can. Oh, yeah. I can touch the 10 keypad as well. Though I always confuse. I know where the plus sign is, but the minus, division, and multiply, I can never remember where those are.
The numbers are fine, but all the symbols.
Exactly. Ashley says, I always watch Young Indiana Jones on 1x speed, even the episode with the horrid accent. Well, that's...
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You guys are better than me, all right? But you know what I'm good at? Recognizing movies from stills. That's what I'm good at, apparently. That's my hidden talent right here.
Activated.
Nick says, I'm very slow at peck at the keyboard like a tired receptionist. That's funny. All right, here you go, Paul.
All right.
Red Dawn?
Toy Soldiers. I think it's Toy Soldiers, but you might be right.
No, Red Dawn doesn't have Corey Feldman in it, though. So I don't...
Soldiers.
Toy Soldiers, really?
That's my guess.
Okay, Gremlins, The Lost Boys, Blue Velvet, or Grave of Fireflies. Yeah, this is an anime. No. I'll let you pick first, Paul. What would you say?
Of course, it's the bottom left.
The Lost Boys.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say Gremlins. Just.
No, you know it's not Gremlins.
All right, fine, it's high. Lost Boys. It's Lost Boys.
We're both no points.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, is Drew leaving? Okay. Lord God, thank you so much for Cellcast being here tonight. I pray Drew has a good rest of his day. Thank you for all the work he put into making the Akira episode and having him and Jacob having me and Paul on for it. That was a lot of fun. I pray he has a good rest of his weekend. I pray he had a good Sonic stream today. And please protect him, provide for him, and may you pursue you more and more each day. Amen. Have a good one, Drew. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
There we go. And everyone check out the latest Akira episode from them.
Yes, at the Cellcast. And Cell is spelled with a single L. All right. Here is the next one, Paul.
We want you to enjoy the spice, but you don't have to pay full price. Something with the same tone as the Cajun girl.
Yes, exactly. All right, here you go.
Daniel Day, my left foot?
I have no idea.
I'll say my left foot.
Okay, sure. I'll say Goodbye Children. I don't know. You got it, Paul. Good job.
Yeah. Never seen it.
Oh, thank you for posting the link, Cellcast.
Yeah, check it out.
Check it out. Ashley says, had a good day. Cat woke me up at... Okay, well, that's better than 3, but still. Okay, I'm so glad. It's at least 4:30, though. Took a nap and put off watching... Ah, come on. No, you gotta watch it. I am...
Still doing the command?
The command?
To help the cat, the Gato?
Yes. I think it should still work. I don't have it in the title, but yes. That we're doing that through the middle of August.
Okay. Command people?
It's exclamation point cards for Kitty.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it won't bring up the thing. I don't have that alerts in this screen. Okay. But it'll still give you the link in chat.
There you go.
But yeah, let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Right. I told Ashley I'd watch Manifest, but she had to watch Battlestar Galactica. That's why she's bringing up Battlestar Galactica. And I have watched.
Is Manifest a TV show or what is
Yes, it was on NBC, I believe. It's the short premise is this flight is there's this flight that's overbooked, and so families are divided. One goes on this flight, and then
my mom was watching that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and well, I'll finish the description for people that haven't heard. And then, hey, Star Fox. Then the people that were left behind took a later flight, and then that flight ends up in some sort of time vortex or something. And when they land, it's 5 years have passed, even though for them no time has passed.
Yeah.
So like you have this twin sister and brother, and like the sister's now 15-year-old, but the brother's still 10. It's got its hooks into me pretty good. I'm about 10 episodes into the first season, so yeah. But
is that as long as Battlestar Galactica?
It's comparable. This is 16 episodes. We're doing the first seasons. We're not doing the whole thing.
What I just picked up was Buck Rogers at the Goodwill store. The whole series.
Is that a show?
Yeah.
Is that like a Flash Gordon-esque type?
Yeah, kind of Battlestar Galactica. It was actually, I think, on at the same time as Battlestar Galactica. It was
really?
by the same Network. It was very similar. Some of the spaceships appear on both shows.
Oh, nice. Let's see.
But I only know that from watching some of the behind the scenes stuff. That was a show that I watched as a kid.
Cool. Buck Rogers?
Yeah. So when I saw it, I started watching it. I'm like, yeah, this doesn't age as well.
Oh, that's a bummer. I am watching Battlestar Galactica also. Like, I want to refresh myself with that too. Nice. It is hitting me so differently because the last time I watched it, I didn't have any kids, and so now watching it, I am
on another level.
Yeah. I mean, both Manifest and Battlestar are like hitting me emotionally in lots of ways I'm just not expecting. So. Which is good. I guess it's nice to be feeling that, but yeah. But anyway, how's everyone's day? What was that quote?
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know what it's supposed to mean. Yeah. How is everyone's day? I think I did ask that, Ashley, but I can't recall now. Paul, how are you doing? You said your week was kind of tiring.
Oh yeah. Well, every week is, full week at work and
yeah. And I had to go do this podcast. Jeez.
No, it's something I look forward to every week.
I figured. I was just being a bit self-deprecating. Cardinal says, in the spoiler summary section of that episode, I've lost the plot there. I'm not sure what that's referring to, Cardinal. Stacey says, hey, my end keeps freezing. Oh, that's frustrating, Stacey. I'm sorry. Ashley says, not to mention, I booked a trip to... Oh, yeah. So, see, Backstreet's back. All right. That's awesome, Ashley. That should be fun. Neko says, I went to a Bubba Gump shrimp. Sadly, they didn't have a box of chocolates. Oh, come on. They got to have that.
Weird. You would think they would.
Yeah,
I thought about that.
I mean, neither. But, yeah, that seems like it'd be the perfect, like, cross promo thing. Or, like, people go there and, like... They have a box of chocolates. Well, I gotta get me one of those.
Does this chocolate tastes like fish? It's surrounded by all the fish in the restaurant.
Star Fox says, hey, y'all. And Ashley says, hey, Jeff.
Hey, y'all.
John says, Star Fox. You guys are all saying hi, Star Fox. And he's saying, hey, back.
Right. It's not you, me.
Ashley says, you've watched that many episodes already? Wowza. It did get to you. Yeah, it did, Ashley. It's true.
Colonel Paladin is in the spoiler summary section of the Cure episode right now.
Oh, okay. Thank you for
it's not true.
saying that. Oh, my gosh. I have you on my TV now. Okay, cool, Stacey. I'm sorry, Dale, if you got bumped off, or your show got bumped off.
People watching from the TV.
Exactly. It's always definite second. Neko says, it's always definite the second time? Oh, time. Oh, okay, gotcha. Deverman says, so I'm watching the 2000s Battlestar Galactica. I did try going back to the 80s, 70s, 80s.
Oh, I thought that's what you're talking about. No,
this is the 2000s Sci-Fi Channel one. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I tried because I was like, I like this newer one. It's old now. It's retro now.
Like Buck Rogers, where like this doesn't age as well.
Well, so the first episode. And maybe the newer one spoiled me to it, but the first episode, it's like all zany, and they go to the thing is they end up on this alien world, and they're in this alien casino, and I'm like, what the chunk is this? It's too wackadoo for me.
Yeah.
But let's see. Trying to catch up here. So I'm 17 points up to your 5, Paul. I just said yeah, the one that aired in the 2000s. What was that?
I was laughing at how much ahead you are.
Oh. Carlos says, hey, have to leave for a while to lock down tomorrow's episode. Awesome. And definitely check out Cardinal Paladin's episodes on the Enthusiast devotional podcast. He's going through the Green Lantern, or all the Lantern Corps, and doing devotionals based on them. How many cores are there, Paul? Like 6 or something?
Oh, I don't
Green,
know.
Blue, orange, purple.
When I was reading, there were only 2, yellow and green. And then right after I stopped collecting is when they came out with like blue and all those other ones.
Gotcha. Daberman says, I personally never understood the phrase when something hasn't aged well. Oh, okay. Like, what else would one expect from something made many years ago? Well, I mean, okay, I think if you take something like gold, or wine's a good example. Wine gets better with age. Gold doesn't change based on age. It doesn't rust or anything. There are things like that the longer it exists, the better it is. or
Can you
the
think of
or
a
it doesn't.
movie that has aged well?
Karate Kid has aged well, I think. Let's see, other movies that have aged well. Mary Poppins, I think, has aged well for the most part.
One of the movies that I was really impressed. Well, I guess age well isn't the right term. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Ashley says, he isn't that cruel to me. The 70s version would hurt me to watch. Yeah, exactly. The 1980s Battlestar is just a Star Wars it had that feel to it. I remember as well, Dapperman, when I watched it.
Things that were Star Wars ripoffs. Like,
yeah.
What did you just mention? Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon was, yeah. A Kroll
but
was a Star Wars ripoff.
Flash Gordon, and Buck Rogers. So it's all.
Necro says Peace Rim and Battlestar Galactica. But it's a good ripoff, Dapperman. That's fair. Let's see.
Well, have you seen Everything as a Remix?
Is that where they're doing all the different songs?
But that's part of it, yeah.
Oh, then
but it also goes into movies and
oh no, I haven't seen that. Okay, I'll have to look for that.
I'll have to send you. Yeah, there's YouTube or Vimeo or whatever that is.
Yeah,
I'll send. Yeah,
Vimeo.
Look that up. Yeah,
Star
I
Fox
recommend that.
Says like a certain train that will never get old. Huh?
Thomas?
Huh? No.
Thomas
we
the
don't.
Womp
We
Train?
don't need Paul. Oh my gosh.
What?
Here I thought you didn't know what he was talking about. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything, and you're like, oh no, I know. I'm just disguised as something else. All right,
sneaking in there like a Trojan horse.
Okay, let's do this next one, Paul.
Right.
Let's see how you do. All right, here we go.
Ready, set, Womp Train.
The Thing.
I still can't see it. Some guy's hair. Now I see it.
It was that delayed for you?
Yeah.
Oh my
video
gosh.
feed of that screen, but not your screen, which is weird.
That is weird. Here, let me turn it off and turn it back on.
All right.
See if that changes
there
anything.
You are.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello there.
That's weird. I mean, I can see you like it's like instant.
That is strange.
Yeah.
Okay, so I brought this back. I'm gonna page up. Let me know when you can see the image or what you see when you see it. Okay, I have to be on. Sorry, I have to be on the right tab. Here we go.
Now, green dots. You know.
Yeah, that was a bit delayed. So I'm gonna give it a beat before I turn.
All right.
Hopefully that'll make it a bit more.
So
fair.
go again with the thing, and I'll show you.
Oh, okay. Ready?
Yeah. Now, but that wasn't as delayed.
That wasn't as delayed. Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, we'll just do our best.
All right.
Ghostbusters 2. Nice, Neko. No, not that. Dapperman says, well, Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers with the 1930s and 40s radio shows and comic strips, sort of like Dick Tracy in the Shadow and the Phantom. That's fair. Yeah. So, wait, did you say Star Wars was ripping off them, Paul?
Yeah,
or vice versa?
Because they also had comic strips and everything like that. You know, visuals.
Yeah.
And books. Yeah.
Gotcha. Neko says, I'm bad with pictures for movies. Yeah. I mean, for whatever reason, this seems to be my forte. So, though there is this delay. So, okay. So here we go. I'll wait a beat.
It's Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing. You got it, Paul.
If I didn't mess up the word dirty.
Dirty Dancing.
Don't put baby in a dancing corner.
Oh, wow.
Dirtily.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Alien. I think you turned around too slow that time. I don't know what to tell you.
But is it Alien or Aliens?
Alien, the first one.
No, I'm going to say Aliens because I'm pretty sure Alien was a 70s movie.
Well, you're
Aliens.
right.
Boom.
Dang it. You're right. Good job.
Thank you. All right. Here we go.
Sophie's Choice. I don't know.
Yeah, Meryl Streep, but I don't know what it is. Okay, your options are The Color Purple, Wall Street, Sophie's Choice, Working Girl.
I'll say Sophie's Choice.
You'll say Sophie's. I'm going to say Wall Street. I really don't know. You got it. Good job, Paul. Sophie's Choice. It was.
See, I took a guess without even seeing the options.
Well,
maybe I should go for double the points. Just to catch up because I'm such a loser. I'm looking.
Oh my gosh, you're not a loser. Oh my goodness. Oh, don't do that. Okay, ready?
Kindergarten Cop. I don't know.
That's a 90s movie, Paul. Paul's catching up. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Coming to America.
I'll let John decide that.
Yeah, I'll let John decide on that one too. I'm not sure. All right. Have you seen the updated Amazon one? Me either.
No, I haven't seen the original one either.
Oh, I like the original one. It's fun for what it was. Okay, here we go. Wait, who said something about calculus? Nobody puts calculus in the corner. Nice, Star Fox. Especially near the radiator. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Christmas Story.
I kept thinking Toy Story. I'm like, no, that's not right. It's not Story. Yeah, good job.
Oh, A Christmas Story. So I don't know if you want to give it to me because I said the Christmas Story.
I'll give it to you. Or I'll let John decide.
There you go. Sounds like Paul might win that $1. Oh, because you're catching up, maybe?
And I just got a sympathy point.
I think Fraser said first, but the last one too. Oh, okay. Oh, wouldn't John be the person deciding that since he's willing to keep score here? And by the way, are you guys watching, able to name these pretty quickly, or you're like, I don't know what these are? I'm very curious. Like, do you think you would be good in a movie, in a live version of this type of game?
Oh, Chris is going to join us in a couple minutes. Hold on to your seatbelts.
All right, we're getting somewhat close to the end of this.
It's going to be a bumpy night.
All right, here we go. You shot your eye out, nice. Poltergeist.
Oh yeah, there's Coach being all scared. And
that's the only reason I knew what it was, because I know Coach is in that movie. Yeah. Or Mr. Incredible also, right?
Yeah. Did you ever watch the show Coach?
Yes, a little bit. I liked Major Dad more than Coach.
Those came around the same time, after in the afternoon. Yeah, Nothing else better was on.
Let's see.
I remember that. Yeah, Major Dad.
Neko says, little game show that sounds mentally painful. Oh, it does. No, it sounds great. Dabberman says, actually, I'm working, so I'm just listening to you lads. Oh, okay. Well, that's fair. Thank you for listening, Dabberman. That's awesome. When do you get to start working, not having to work weekends? When does that happen, Dabberman? It's a crazy movie. I've never seen it. Have you ever seen Poltergeist, Paul?
Yeah. I saw it for the first time a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
About 5 or 6 years ago or so.
Star Fox saw all 3 crazy movies. Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't realize there were more. I didn't enjoy the first one.
I'm not gonna watch more. All right, here we go.
All right. Big.
Yeah, of course. Now, do you notice me turning and looking at around the time it's coming up, so it seems more in sync?
Around that, yeah.
All right.
I try not to, because then I lose focus on.
Sure.
August 29th. Wow, that's a very strong date there.
What? August 29th?
That's when the Dapper Man is going to not work weekends or something.
Oh, okay. Yay. Okay. So about a little more than a month. Neko says it was a train wreck. The Poltergeist movie? Ashley says, I've seen the first Poltergeist. Oof.
Yeah.
And then, let's see. Big cool movie. Oh, this one is Big as. Great movie. Yeah, I remember really liking Big. I remember liking it.
Plastic. That's what I predict.
That I would predict that as well. All right. Okay. Except for that silly skyscraper transformer. What the heck was that? Okay, here we go.
Gorillas in the Mist? What is? What are?
It's not Gorillas in the Mist. That's Sigourney Weaver, and that's not Sigourney Weaver. Our options are Ran, Paris, Texas, Ordinary People, Time Bandits. Yeah, I think it's Time Bandits, guys.
What are the odds? Wait, what are the other choices again?
Ran, Paris, Texas, Time Bandits, Ordinary People. I'm going to say Paris, Texas.
That's what I was going to say, yeah. Nobody gets the point on that, but...
Ordinary People is what it is.
Ordinary People, wow.
Yeah. Go figure. 1 second. So it looks like my brother Kitos can do also watch Indiana Jones Chronicles. So you are spared, Ashley, this time.
Unless you really want to.
Yeah, if you really if you're glad for punishment, It's like, you know what, I want to make sure these fellas say that Young Aaron Jones is horrible. Then I guess you could come on and do that. All right, let's see. So ready for the next one? Oh my gosh, Wilhelm.
It took me a while to find it. Okay. Yeah.
Ready? Okay.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, jeez. I saw the guy. I'm like, who is that? I didn't see the baby or Roger. Good job.
No, that is somebody. I forget who it is. There's somebody in the like one of the producers or somebody. I forget who it is.
Oh, is the director in this scene?
Yeah, I was trying to remember. Dang it.
It's okay. You got the...
And this would be the perfect time, but no.
If you want that kind of negativity on your stream, count me.
Bring it.
You might like it, Ashley. You never know. And maybe like, wow, this is amazing. I love it so much.
I would take her up on that.
Another crazy movie. Oh, see, I like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I think that was a classic from us.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Swamp
Thomas, don't start, John.
Would Ashley review the game, or she would just be invited at the end to join us for that?
Probably the end. I mean, yeah, probably the end. So, and
you got to stay up late, Ashley.
Yeah, though. Well, I wonder if that we could record first in that case.
Oh yeah, we can do that first.
Yeah, and just I think that might be
18,
fine.
The Peacock.
Okay. Yes, chapter 18.
And I can send you the link if you need.
Let me know when you're ready, Paul.
All right, I'm ready.
Fletch?
No, I'm going to say Caddyshack.
Oh.
But let's see. What are the options?
Oh, yeah. You got it then, Caddyshack. Good job. You're catching up. I should have noticed like the golf fields, but I just...
What was that one where he eats all the balls of, I think, Funny Farm? That's
maybe I've never seen any of those. Fletch, Caddyshack, Funny Farm. I haven't seen any of them.
Did you see Money Pit?
No, I haven't seen Money Pit.
Sorry.
No worries. They're so similar. I guess they do. They have a different, similar body structure. Yeah. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Oh, dang it! I was gonna say Flashdance, but no, that's that. I'm pretty sure you're right. That's Footloose. You'd think they put Flashdance in there as a possibility. Let's see. Ashley says, "I've seen Money Pit. Bring it on, challenge accepted." Okay, nice. Somehow, what does that mean? Somehow. All right. Is that a line from the movie or something?
No, it's just funny. It's like.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's Chris. Chris is here.
All right, Francisco wins. Good job, Francisco, by beating me with like twice as many points.
Wow. How are you doing, Chris? Can we hear you?
Hey,
I know this is all.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
yeah.
Just barely. So can you?
Okay.
Oh, let me turn the music off. Yeah.
Oh wow, it's so quiet.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Test.
You are low.
Yeah, you can keep going up. Like I would go up until you see the green bar underneath your window go into the yellow.
Hello.
Testing. Sorry. Maximum audio.
There you go.
Audio. How's that? Is that good?
That's better. Yes, I go with that. Now I totally forgot because I forget these things.
There's one more like.
Can you record just your audio and send that to me after so I can merge them our 3 different tracks together? Are you able to do that?
Yeah. Give
Awesome.
me a second here.
Okay.
Hey, Francisco.
Yes, Paul.
How stuff works. Do we need that? No.
Yes, because we're going to do one more, Paul. Ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I got to be on the window. Hold on. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride! You got that, though.
Yes.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good one to end on.
I'm gonna just real rapid fire the next ones here.
All right.
Last
New Son or something like that.
The Last Emperor, I think.
Or the Empire. Yeah,
the Last Emperor. Yeah.
It's not Empire of the News.
Fast Time at Ridgemont High.
Fast Time at Richmond High.
Richmond High. All right. Oh, 95%.
Hey!
Oh yeah, we did good. Good job. Good job.
Oh, because there were a couple we didn't.
See that? A true expert.
Test
Yes.
testing.
Yep.
Test testing.
We hear
Sorry,
you, and
I'm
hopefully
just
your
making sure my
Yep.
audio's recording.
and your audio, our
And you're
audio
not
isn't
hearing
coming
mine,
through
right?
on it. It's just your audio wave. You're not seeing any peaks when we're talking. Is
No,
that?
I'm getting nothing from me. Hold on.
Oh no, we want something from you.
Yeah.
Nice
I
job,
thought
bud.
that
Thank you,
boy was
Ashley.
looking at me on your screen, Francisco.
He is looking at you, Paul. Actually, he's looking more at the audience than anyone else.
Yeah, but
It's pretty
that's
creepy.
Testing and tasting, nice. That doesn't work as well.
I was going to say, who's got the biggest head? Me. Who's
Or you're
closest
just-
to their camera?
I was gonna say you're
Me.
just closest to your camera, yeah.
Who's got the biggest brain but still loses the game by half a point?
Wow. Oh my word. Source. Now get the trailer and stuff ready.
Oh, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Even though
There is no bathroom.
I'm gonna take a break while you get him fixed.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be
totally
right
fine.
back.
Go for it, Paul. Where are you? Where are you? And I'm going to keep talking, Chris, just so you can see if my audio wave is coming on your recording or not. And I'll just talk through what I'm doing. I'm currently looking for the link for the YouTube TV spot. There it is. I found it. Going to open it up. Going to pause it so it doesn't actually play. I said don't play. Oh my goodness. All right. Goes to the beginning. Bring it over here. Make it full screen. Now we're going to add it as a source. Screen share. Brave tab. We want Time Bandits TV spot. Share the audio so we can do that when we're ready. Okay. That's good to go, but we're not going to share that right now. Turn that off.
Testing.
Yeah, I hear you still. Are you recording yourself now?
Testing. Okay,
Or
I'm
maybe
still
not.
coming in clear.
Yeah, you're still
Okay, I
sounding
stopped
good.
coming in for a second. All right.
Oh.
Let me check on my end real quick.
Okay.
Crap! I'm getting my freaking air conditioner.
Oh no. I mean, I can't hear air conditioner at all. And if it's like just a low hum, I should be able to do a noise removal to get rid of it.
All right.
So, because I don't want you to overheat or anything.
Yeah.
And if for whatever reason the audio of just us all three merged together sounds best, I'll just use that. So,
Okay.
but just in case, please do record yours and send it over when we're done. Let's see. She says, "Hey y'all, I'm going off now. Bye. Good night, Lord God. Thank you so much for Stacy being here tonight. I pray she has a good rest of her evening. Thank you for her being a part of this community, and I pray protection and provision over her, and that she pursue you more and more each day. And I look forward to the next time we can hang out and stream together. Amen. Have a good one, Stacy. Thanks for being here." So I ended with 22. Wow. Good job, me. He's staring into my soul. Yes, he is. This kid over here. But there's no bathroom now. Ha ha ha. Good night, Fritz. Good night, Stacy. I'm catching up, guys. You guys are saying good night. Hey, Baba, hello. Came just in time for the podcast. Missed all the 80s trivia, but and speaking of which, let me change this to set game to talk shows.
Thanks for
And-
joining us, Chris.
Yeah. Sorry, I was running a little late.
No,
Just
that's
no
why
worries.
it's better to have
Back
you
from
than not. So
Yes,
we appreciate
exactly.
you making extra time. I can't
Yeah.
imagine how tired your day must have
Oh
been.
gosh, right? Did the church thing go okay?
Yeah, it was fine. So I did a sleepover in my office last night with the boys.
Oh
With
wow.
with the kids. So we did a 3D movie sleepover, and so we were up super late for that. And then today we went just to visit for the day. We went to visit our church camp, and then made it back just in time to join you
Awesome.
guys. So
So if
Sweet.
you fall asleep, we don't blame you.
yeah, I might just fall asleep halfway through. Plus, I had
Yeah.
some wine at the church camp. So
Oh, this
it
will be good.
Wasn't even for communion, but
For sacrificial offering? No.
Well, it was the weirdest thing because it started out as water, and then by the end, like it was. I don't know what happened, but
that's impressive.
Yeah.
Jesus happened.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's an old.
He really showed up. It's an old miracle. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it too old for you? It's not good enough for you anymore?
No.
Yeah. Jesus, come on. I need some new miracles, man.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay.
Quit healing the lame and.
Okay. Paul, I should have done this a long time ago, but can you tell me a little bit about your day?
Lame.
I was wondering how lame are lame people? I mean, if you're like really boring, are you twice as lame?
Right. Like, can you heal Francisco or like? Sorry.
Or do you want me to still keep talking? I'm wondering.
Yeah, keep talking.
All right, this is Paul wondering how long Francisco's going to actually test my levels.
Okay, now you can stop, Paul. Chris, can you talk to us more about this camp or whatever?
Yeah, it was a camp at Lake Tahoe. So
that's good. We're good.
Great.
Well, Lake Tahoe. Was there a lot of smoke around there?
Yeah, it was. It was like overcast. I couldn't even see the other side of Lake Tahoe. It felt like we were.
Yeah.
Or something.
Oh, did you guys have fires down there?
Yeah.
I thought all of the coast was on fire.
Oh gosh.
Pretty much. It's California. Yeah. But towards the end of summer, we're basically just one big fire.
Matchbox. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you love this conversation, Neko. Okay, let's see. Do you have a hard stop time, Chris? I mean, we'll try to go as quickly so that I know you're probably running on fumes at this point, but
9 is that work for you guys?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Yeah, that'll be
All right, let me
totally
my
fine.
likes and dislikes to 7 each, and we'll be okay.
Oh my gosh. Do you have?
I'm good.
Okay. Do you have 2 likes and a classic maker, 2 dislikes and a tragic maker, Chris?
Let me double check. I had trouble with the third for one of them, so I might have to just kind of wing it a little.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
And then.
This is Time Bandits? Okay.
Wow. Do you have, let's see.
Spiritual speculation?
Do you have any spiritual speculation topic or theme or question?
I have one that just
I have
asks
one.
your opinion. Chris, do you have one?
That's a question for you, Chris.
Oh, that was a question for me?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Anything while watching this spark anything spiritual related? I don't know. It's all about heaven and hell.
I know. It like does. I don't know if it like sparks anything that's just like,
All right, so nothing
like,
specific.
Nothing
That's
super edifying, but like there's something in there, I'm sure.
Yeah. Paul, are you playing those sounds, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I had something still up that was aligned the sound from the stickers and stuff to come through. Okay,
Oh no! No! I thought you were talking about the inside the show notes, those sound effects. I'm not playing anything.
No. Oh, really? Are you playing like "Hey, listen" or anything like that?
No,
Chris?
I don't.
How is that coming through?
What's coming through?
Stuff on my stream that shouldn't be coming through, and I don't know why. How is that coming through? Yes. Okay, I'm listening.
What are you hearing on your end?
So there's these stickers that come up on the screen when I'm streaming.
We don't see.
Yeah, but we don't see it. But I think the people watching will see it. But they shouldn't be there because I don't have the scene that's
Bobo
showing
says
that.
he doesn't hear it. Is he playing around?
I mean, maybe. No, Neko's the one doing the stickers. So,
Okay. So
not sure. That's me. That's the image. Yeah, I don't have anything here that would be doing that. That's weird. Well, okay, here, I'm going to change real quick, guys. I'll just take it off here.
there they are.
Well,
See
yes.
those little gray things? Those cause noises.
Yes. I'm gonna turn those off. Do that.
Sorry, guys.
Right. Well, now I still hear it. How is that happening? I shouldn't hear these.
I don't hear it on my end at all.
Wait. Do I have the stream up somewhere else? That's what. No, I don't have it up somewhere else.
Are you hosting it?
No, This is so weird. This has never happened. In all of happening, this has never happened to me before.
So you have on the stream elements, you have stickers turned off.
I have the scene turned off, so it shouldn't show anything. I shouldn't hear anything or anything like that. I guess I could do this. Mute the desktop audio.
Don't
Okay, try it.
Nice.
Try. Can you try again though, Neko, just so I can see if it's working? If I'm still hearing the sounds.
Calculus. We should hear.
No.
No.
No, because I have the board that controls calculus turned off, so that won't work.
Not the stickers.
I still hear the stickers. Where is that coming from? Okay, I'm going to close all these tabs except for this. Let's close all the rest. Let's minimize this. Maybe I have it open. No, I don't have it open there. Oh,
Too many tabs open.
Right? I do have too many tabs open. That's for sure.
No,
This is what you guys come here for, to watch me fiddle with all this.
Wait for it.
Okay, well,
How are you?
okay, I guess I'll just have to go to the source and turn it off there.
That's what I mean. Why don't you just
Well, I was hoping to do an OBS, not somewhere else, but I guess that's what I'll have to do. So turn this back on so I don't forget next time.
PaulJPowers.com. I like the Bob there. He's kind of like, hey, check this out. All right. So do you hear the stickers anymore?
No, I haven't turned it off yet, so I probably would still hear them.
The boy's back.
Boys are back in town. The boys are back in
See,
town.
this is what happens when you don't give a deadline, Chris. Stop time.
I do have a
Extensions.
couple. If we need them, I do have some theological questions. That
Okay.
Awesome. Cool.
were prompted.
If you were to kill a butterfly in the Stone Age and use the time map to go forward, would there be no computers?
General. Okay, we're going to turn master volume all the way down. All right, so now you might still be able to do the stickers. I don't know if you'll see them, but we won't be able to hear them.
Be able to
Yeah,
record it.
exactly, and that's really all that matters right
I
now.
thought you were asking if I had the. Well, I already said that.
Test sticker.
Let's
Yeah, I
start.
don't
some
hear it.
punches.
Okay. All right, so that's good to go. Wait, are you doing that, Paul?
Yeah. The punches?
Okay. Yes, the punch sounds. Okay, I was worried there for a second. I'm like, oh no, something else. Okay, here we go.
Japanese
Back to
because
the
timing is off.
chapstick, water. I got that. Let me turn the fan off. Okay, pan to the left, pan to the right.
Oh,
All
let
right,
me start
so-
with my Audacity. Are we?
I was
are
just
you
about
going
to
through the
ask.
checklist?
Yeah, I am.
All right,
Yeah, I was
all
about
right,
to
good job.
say, everyone,
All
record
right. How many Ednas? Everyone, place your bets.
for how many Ednas. We're
Yeah.
just gonna have. I think max. We're gonna do 0 Ednas.
Well, what are you talking about? I say 4. I'm going to be on the low end and say 4.
Hey, Geek Devotions. By the way, I'm at the point where I'm focused
9.
on
Good job.
the show, so I'm not seeing chat as much. But glad you're here.
That guy says 3.
Okay, guys. Oh my gosh. All right.
John says 6. I like Geek Devotions enthusiasm though.
What did you say? 9. Oh my gosh.
9.
Okay, so Paul and Chris, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to hit recording on your Audacities or whatever you're using. Paul's not ready. Okay, all right. So hit record on Mark. 5, 4,
Wait.
3, 2, 1. Mark.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay.
All right, yeah, just my voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, just my voice too. Oh, I mean, I'm getting your voices too, but on the right channel.
You cheater.
Oh my gosh. Paul, you got 10 rules, all that. Okay, we're done.
Yeah.
Oath. Okay. And the broadcast is started quite a while ago, so we're good there.
How's
And
your
I
daughter
think
and your time and all that?
it is going. I cleared it. I have fresh battery in it.
Battery's good.
We're all.
Right.
We should be all good. Let me get my soundboard up. Let me make sure you guys can hear the soundboard. That's usually not an issue, but just in case.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal. Okay, turn this
Mark.
to
Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John.
every time.
Matthew, Mark. Every single time, baby.
All right. Then, Paul, will you say a quick prayer for us, and then we'll start.
Lord, thank you so much for this day that you have created and this weird opportunity for us to come together. And I pray that through our ramblings that you would be glorified and edified somehow. and I pray that everyone that listens and watches can enjoy their time. In Jesus' name, let there be no technical difficulties. Amen.
Amen. Guys, squeeze that one in there. Thank you. Yes, kingcurl.com, Baba. And Jesus, hello, Jesus is our friend. How are you doing? Nice to see you here. We're about, oh gosh, you're back, huh? All right, hold on. Bobo, get on it. Go, Bobo. You're a mod. Get on it.
Is he in YouTube, though?
He may not be.
Okay.
So I'll get over there just in case. We'll race Bobo.
Who can get there first?
Who can get there first? Exactly.
All right. Niger.
At least he spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
Just add an Nigeria. And an A at the very end, and we'll be.
Yeah, Nigeria. Have you ever been there?
No.
I have not, no. I hear the princes there are great.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. We're going to go to this one. I think this one.
I need a recording of Kenneth where he just starts witnessing to the trolls. just to play the...
I think you got it. It looks like... You got Sweden. Yes, Bobo took care of it. Thank you for handling that, Bobo. Very kind of you. I'll leave that on in the background in case I need to deal with anything. So glad to have you guys here that are able to take care of stuff like that. Thank you.
I'm a mod, but I'm useless. I wouldn't know where to go.
That's fine. All right, so let's go ahead and start here in 5. We're going to actually start the actual show.
Okay,
and Chris, you have a line. Your line is slugs.
Okay.
Like slugs. Like slugs. You're saying you're adding to a list, essentially. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. So we're all recording. This one's ready. All right. And here we go. In
go
5.
Run through first so Chris knows where to input his line.
I guess that's okay. That's probably a good idea. God isn't interested in technology. He cares nothing for the microchip or the silicon revolution. Look how he spends his time. 43 species of parrots. Nipples for men.
Slugs.
Slugs. He created slugs. They can't hear. They can't speak. They can't operate machinery. They definitely can't listen to this episode of the Retro Rewind Podcast. Okay. So, yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Then we'll just go with that.
So your cue is nipples for men. Just
yes, nipples for men. Exactly.
All right, that's good. That's always been my cue.
Yeah, I don't know how people can survive without knowing that.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, here we go. In 5, 4, 3. God isn't interested in technology. He cares nothing for the microchip or the silicon revolution. Look how he spends his time. 43 species of parrots. Nipples for men.
Slugs.
Slugs. He created slugs. They can't hear. They can't speak. They can't operate machinery. They definitely can't listen to this episode of the Retro Rewind Podcast.
Reflux capacitor. Fluxing. Crew. To stations. Scanning for. Time Bandits. 1981. Prepare to rewind in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, rewinders and new listeners, to the Retro Rewind Podcast, where we take a fresh look at movies and games from 15 or more years ago. I am your captain of the pod, Francisco Ruiz, and I'm joined by your XO and mine, Paul, the Master Interrupter of Powers.
Hey, this episode is free, right?
Of course, always. Why?
The poor are going to be absolutely thrilled. Have you met them at all? Oh, the poor? The poor? Oh, you must meet them. I just know you'll like them. Charming people. Of course, they haven't got 2 pennies to rub together, but then that's because they're poor.
Also, for this discussion of the film Time Bandits, we welcome back aboard Entertainment Officer Chris Cowan. Welcome back, Chris.
Hey, great to be here. This is awesome.
Awesome. Great to have you here. Now that you have a quick flyby of who we are, Paul, can you give us a quick overview of the production specs for Time Bandits?
Yes, Time Bandits was released July 16th, 1981 in the UK.
Ooh.
I guess that's short for Ukraine, right? Or something
That's
like
short for the United Kingdom, Paul.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It runs 1 hour and 50 minutes, is rated PG, and is directed by Terry Gilliam of Francisco's favorite Monty Python fame.
Do we have to bring that up?
It was written by Michael Palin, and guess what, Francisco? Also Terry Gilliam.
Good for the Gilliam.
Okay, good. And some stars in this that you may recognize include Sean Connery, Shelley Duvall, and John Cleese, who's also of Monty Python fame. The music was composed by Mike Moran, not Moron. Sorry, Mike.
Wow.
All right, you ready for the box office trivia game?
I'm ready. Chris, are you ready?
I was born ready.
Well, of course. And then chat, feel free to join in. Paul, go ahead.
All right, Time Bandits was made for about $5 million and earned around $40 million at the box office.
Ooh, wow. Well done.
Given this and the fact that it was released theatrically in 1981, how high in the box office do you think it ranks among the other movies of 1981? We'll do top 50.
Okay, and actually, now that I realize it, I think I looked on the IMDb and saw what it ended up being, so I'm going to have to recuse myself. But
you cheater.
I wasn't trying, just looking for trivia, and it came up. So, Chris, what is your guess?
1 through 50.
Yeah, 1 through 50. For 1981.
For 1981.
Made 40 million.
Yeah, 40 million was pretty decent back then, I feel
Yeah.
like.
It was.
I gotta say, like, I don't know, maybe in the 20s to 30s. I'm gonna go with 30.
30? Okay.
Right on the dot.
Awesome. We have 42 from Bobo, of course. We have 20 from Neko, and 25 from Diaperman, 25 Coconuts specifically. Ashley says 26. John says 36. Star Fox says 22. Paul, I'm gonna guess. I mean, I'm gonna tell you what the IMDb told me, and you tell me if it's right. Okay.
Right.
So according to IMDb, it placed 10th in 1981.
Ooh, sorry. According to the numbers.com, it came in at 16.
Oh, okay,
Wow.
16. All right.
Now this is for worldwide and not inflated and all that. So I don't know if
Sure.
there's on that.
So I think that makes Star Fox the Neko is the closest with 20. Good job, Neko. Well done, well done. You will get your prize package of air sent your way soon. I don't know.
Air.
Exactly. Some Perry air from Spaceballs. Thank you for those factoids, Paul. And let's see if any of them factor into our memory mind meld or subsequent roundtable discussion, which we will get into once Alice has located our target film.
Alert! Alert! Approaching target. Spoilers incoming. Establishing analysis vector.
All right, do that there.
America is exploding with laughter from Time Bandits. Newsweek calls it a fantastical comedy.
Hello, I'm Hood.
Flat out hilarious. Us Magazine calls Time Bandits incredibly spectacular. The Wizard of Oz of the 80s. The New York Times says the special effects in Time Bandits are marvelous. The Los Angeles Times says it's one of the great fantasy adventure films.
Thank you very much. Very, very, very much.
Time Bandits, rated PG, now playing at a theater near you.
Yeah, and now playing at a theater near you. It's one of the great comedies. Or was it? Let's see what we remember about Time Bandits in our memory mind meld synopsis. Boy gets abducted by a bunch of little bandits who are chased through time by Grandmaster Control Program. The bandits stop a guy on a horse. Then there's a pirate ship or something. Finally, somebody gets buried alive in an oven in a very anticlimactic ending. I'd say that that's almost all correct, but there is definitely some, deception going on. But based on those memories as flawed, so flawed as they were, what rating did they lead you to predict before you rewatched this film? Or for me, in the case of moi, Francisco, this is my first time watching it. What was your prediction of classic, nostalgic, or tragic? Chris, how about you?
I predicted tragic.
Tragic.
Honestly, my memory of it was pretty fuzzy, and also kind of mixed in with some memories from Time Cop.
Oh.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. So the stopping a guy on a horse was that was me, because I was remembering the scene from the beginning of Time Cop where this guy stops these people on a horse, and it's like set in like the Middle Ages. And then he like
kind of close
pulls out a machine gun and just nails down all of these guys on horses. So that part, kind of infiltrated my
I could see that
memory a little bit.
For whatever reason, what I remember from Time Cop is when a guy goes back to like before the stock market crash in the 1920s, and then Jean-Claude goes back for that. But that's maybe I'm confusing things with other movies. Regardless,
one of the things that I liked about Time,
let's just talk about Time Cop.
Let's talk about Time Cop. Yeah. I'm down.
How he gets up on those counters in his where
he does
tidy whities, and so he doesn't get electrocuted. That was a cool moment.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, come on. It's like in the commercials for Time Cops, I swear. Anyway, so for Chris, he rated tragic, or predicted tragic, I should say. Paul, what was your prediction?
I saw this. My parents recorded it off of HBO or something like that in the 80s, and I watched it several times, because I was about the same age as the boy.
Okay, cool.
Find some connection, and I did not, and so I did not like it, and so I haven't seen it since the 80s. So I predicted tragic.
All right, tragic.
Yeah, I saw it as a teenager in like the 90s, and and so like it was like me and some friends, and like one of the friends was like, hey, I got this great movie called Time Bandit. And we're like, oh, sweet. This sounds cool. Time Bandit. The name says it all.
Yeah.
We like put it on, and we watch it, and we're like, what the heck was that? What was this?
There's no Jean-Claude Van Damme in here.
Right. Yeah.
Watch Bloodsport next time. For me, not having much familiarity with it, other than like the cover, which I never really understood what I was looking at. But I think this is loved by a good swath of people, and I was always intrigued to watch it. So I predicted nostalgic, again, never having seen it before. It'll be interesting to see if those memories or that those predictions come true, though. I mean, who knows? Maybe after watching this, you guys are completely in a completely different place, or maybe I am. But before we get to our final range, we have to get to our
Best three.
The top 3 things we liked about Time Bandits. Chris, let's start with you. What's one thing you enjoyed about this film?
So it had some really fun characters and cameos. And John Cleese's Robin Hood. You kind of stole my thunder there at the beginning with the quote. Do you enjoy robbing then? Jolly good. Have you met the poor? You'll love the poor. I just loved that was very like Monty Python-esque. And you could definitely see that Monty Python... because it's Terry Gilliam, it's Michael Palin, and it's John Cleese, and so you can see, their influence on this, especially since it was written by 2 Python veterans.
Yes. Yeah, and I could definitely see that, and things regarding that will probably come out later for me. But Paul, what's something you enjoyed? Did you enjoy the quirky comedy or something else?
Yeah, I'll start off by giving my biggest laugh out loud moment. It is that Robin Hood scene when when the poor start lining up and they just
And punch.
and he punches after
That
they
is
receive
kinda
their
funny.
reward, their goal. They just punches them one by one.
It's
I was
horrible,
laughing
but
so hard, and my wife was just horrified. Like, this is awful. And so she's absolutely right, but I guess it's the slapstick of it, or
Yeah.
I don't know what. But that
just-
was the funniest part to me. Yeah,
It was so bizarre. It made no sense. It was just like,
exactly.
is that really necessary?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, it is.
All right.
All
Carry
right.
on.
yeah, I agree. That was definitely a funny moment for me as well. Even though, yeah, it is horrific in a lot of ways. But something that I enjoyed was, and there's, we just spoke of how that's a horrible thing. But I actually liked that Kevin, the boy, he seemed to have, he was like, I don't know how you put it, maybe just the right mix of conscience and innocence. Like he was like trying to get them to not do these things, but he was still going along with it because he is like this innocent character. I was like, well, I gotta do this. And I thought he, for what this movie was, I thought he carried the movie well. I was invested in his story and seeing what would become of him, which doesn't make the ending very satisfying, but I liked him as a character.
I don't know. I kind of feel like joining a gang of time-traveling pirates is a little rebellious, Francisco. And I know how you feel about rebellious children.
Yeah.
He had to go along. That big face was coming into his bedroom. He didn't know what to make of that.
You know,
I thought, why didn't he
we
just,
all
like-
have ways of justifying. You know.
Duck under the covers or go to the other side of the room and let
That's
him
a good
face the
point.
little people.
That's fair. That's fair.
I feel like there are usually a lot of options, you know, prior to join a gang of time-traveling bandits. I'm just,
That's
you know,
fair.
that feels like a last resort to me. I don't.
Good. You know what? I can't dispute that. I think you guys are right in line with that. So my bad. Maybe I should change my tragic maker now that I think about it. But we're not to that section yet.
I'm just kidding.
I know. I thought it was funny, so I was going with it. See, I like go with the flow.
No, we
And
should definitely explain our approach to this joke further.
Yeah, it makes it so much better.
why don't you explain your next like to us, Chris, of Time Bandits?
Okay. It had some pretty quotable lines. The whole,
Yes.
you know,
Like
nipples
what?
for men.
Oh, okay.
And,
I guess I could see stuff like that being quotable.
and
Yeah.
then, you know, a couple things like, oh, so that's what an invisible barrier looks like. You know, just
Yeah.
kind of little funny
That was funny
one-liners.
with their faces
Yeah,
smashed.
you know,
Yeah.
yes, I could see on repeat viewings that those becoming lines that were quotable. None of them really stuck out to me like as ones that I instantly would quote, but yes, I could see that becoming a thing.
So, speaking of quotable lines, I saw this as a kid, like I said, and for some reason, this has stuck with me through the years. And when he gets to the point where the evil guy is speaking to one of the little bandits, it's like, I've got an idea. It's like, you've never had an idea in your life, or something like that.
Yes,
Every
yes.
time I think of something, I have that line stuck in, I've got an idea, and I say it with that accent.
That's funny. Wow. Is that what you liked, Paul?
One of the things that I enjoyed about this film is the journey through all these creative worlds and times and seeing recognizable actors. Like at the beginning, I had to rewind it and go back, and I was like, "There's Jim Broden from he's Broadbent or Broad, I don't know, but he's the ringmaster or the main conductor guy from Moulin Rouge in Harry Potter. He's the guy that turns into the chair, that kind of thing. He's done a lot of things.
Okay.
But this
Who
was
is
like
he in
early
this?
back in,
Who was he in this?
He was the TV host.
Yeah.
That you see at the beginning and then at the end where his mom and dad appear.
Yeah. Okay.
So he was, but there's a lot of recognizable actors. And honestly, it was fun to see the little people. Like I haven't seen these guys in years. I used to see them back.
Wasn't one of them R2D2?
Yeah, Kenny Baker.
Yeah, Kenny Baker.
One of them. He was Fidget.
Yeah.
And
I knew he looked familiar.
The main guy, David Rappaport, the main little guy, I enjoyed the TV series The Wizard back in the 80s that he was the main star of. And
the Mr. Wizard?
No, The Wizard.
What was The Wizard about? I don't remember TV. I remember the movie The Wizard, not a TV show.
Oh, yeah, that's with Fred Savage. This was, let's see. Oh, they've rechanged IMDb. Where is
they have. It's so annoying now. Oh my gosh.
Where is it? I don't want to pay for pro. Plot. Here we go. Eccentric little person inventor has adventures battling evil around the world. Yeah, but it's. I haven't seen it since the 80s, but he was in several TV shows around that time.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't recognize him, but yes, it was cool seeing some of those actors again that I've seen in other. I know I've recognized some of them from Willow. I think I think there was some crossover there.
There wasn't. Warwick Davis wasn't in it.
No, yes, I know Warwick Davis wasn't in it. Yeah. I think he might have been. Well. Yeah, he was just like 17 in Return of the Jedi, and that was 83. So he might have been still way too young for this.
Oh, wow. 17, much younger.
Yeah. Anyway, something else I enjoyed was, and I feel like this was completely implausible, so I don't know why this was a like for me. But I thought when they're in the cages and the way they get from one side to the other with the ropes, I thought that was pretty ingenious. Though I don't think those ropes would hold given how they made it from the rope above them.
The physics were questionable, but it was
exactly.
The realm was questionable, so maybe the physics worked in that realm.
Oh, good point. Good point. But I liked how they did that, how they came up with the solution for that. I thought it was ingenious.
Yeah.
So that's something else I liked. Let's get now into our classic makers, guys. What overcame the physics of your mind to make it your most loved thing? Let's start with Paul first this time.
I thought some of the writing and the dialogue and actually how they portrayed, for lack of better words, Satan or the evil one. I thought they did an excellent job. Just like one of the lines, it says, he says, "What sort of supreme being created such riffraff?" Going off of what you were talking about.
In the intro,
about the workings of a complete incompetent. And one of the person says, "But he created you, O evil one." And he said, "What did
Boom.
You say?" Well, if he created you, then he can't be entirely. Then he,
explodes
never talk
him.
to me like that again. No one created me. I am evil. Evil has existed long before good. I made myself. I cannot be unmade. I am all powerful. And I think that's just something exactly. I can imagine that's exactly how Lucifer would react. Like, just like so full of pride and so full of arrogance and not making any sense. But
definitely, that speaks to something we're going to talk about in our bonus section of spiritual speculation. I have mine is based on that.
Nice.
But let's see, he wasn't called Satan in this. I believe
he's called the evil one.
Evil genius, I saw evil genius.
Or that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like God, quote unquote, God had a couple names besides.
Exactly. Chris, was there a standout character like the evil genius or the supreme being or Kevin that made your thing you loved most, or was it some other aspect of this film?
I think that there was a lot of like imagination to it.
Yeah, totally.
And I think, especially like if I like revert back to childhood, which comes naturally for me, I think I can definitely like see appreciating just kind of the going along for the ride and like, we're now in this time period and like that's a ship and now it's someone's hat.
Yeah.
Different adventures they have.
Yeah.
Creative trail.
I feel like for a kid, it's probably the closest you're going to get to an acid trip for at least a few years. And so I think
hopefully,
definitely, very some fun to be had there.
Yes. Yeah. It seemed Gulliver's Travels-esque to me in that way. That was just different scenarios and different adventures based on where you were. The thing I loved most about it wasn't the adventure of it, but it was more related to what Paul said. I thought David Warner as the evil genius was just spectacular. I loved how he hammed it up, and the lines he said, lines were written for him, yeah, it definitely felt like things Satan would say, and I just really appreciated this portrayal. I was when at first I didn't know what to expect with this film. I didn't know it was going to be a Satan and God type dynamic in this. So when that started up, like I was watching this with my kids, and so I'm like, oh, it's interesting where this is going to go. But I thought by the end it was a fine resolution. It was Hollywood theology, but it wasn't like horrible theology, I guess I'll say. It wasn't like completely like way off and we're all just follow your heart and everyone just needs to find their truth and all that.
True to your heart, you must be true to your heart.
Where's that from?
Mulan.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's my classic maker for Time Bandits. I also love the part where the bad guy touches himself in the future and then they disintegrate. Oh wait, that's Time Cop. But but you know what? Actually,
have we reviewed Time Cop yet?
No, we haven't reviewed Time Cop.
Oh my God.
No.
I haven't, yeah.
Sign me up for that one because I've got an axe to grind.
You know what? Let's forget Time Bandits. Let's review it.
Forget Time Bandits. Let's talk about. Okay, so. No.
But guys, speaking of time,
he literally says the same thing cannot be in the same place at the same time. Then he throws the guy into the other guy, and they occupy the same space at the same time, and they explode. It makes no sense whatsoever. All right, I had to say it.
That was my classic maker for Time Cop. No.
Yeah.
One more thing I liked though about I wanted to say for my likes was Geek Devotions. Geek Devotions is a collaboration of devoted geeks that are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. They produce a weekly geek culture-infused devotional, their podcast Calm Talk, and written articles, all designed to encourage and challenge people in the geek community, bridging the gap between their faith and their geekdoms. Find all their content at geekdevotions.com.
That's great. I love Geek Devotions. But what
Me
does that
too.
have to do with
That was one of my
Time
favorite
Bandit?
parts of Time Bandits. You must have taken a bathroom break at that part.
Oh, wow.
I remember
okay.
it. I remember it.
No. So how it's related, Paul, is that Geek Devotions in their podcast, they have this thing called Glix that is similar to the Impossibility Drive in what's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So they can go anywhere, anytime, and in a blink of an eye. Similar to in this, they can go to different spaces and times with the time map.
Glix have a time map?
You know what? How about some, speaking of time maps, how about some trivia related to Time Bandits?
Yes, let's do that.
All right. Hard
Or
segue
Time
right
Cop,
there.
if you have trivia on that.
Jean-Claude Van Damme can be seen doing the splits now. Okay.
How much was he paid to wear Wolverine brand shoes in the opening fight scene of Time Cop?
$2 and a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
Did you all realize regarding Time Bandits that most of the cast were Monty Python fans and wanted to work with Terry Gilliam? So that's a big reason why they did
That's how
it.
they got Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, that was so strange seeing her in this, by the way. My only other association with her, twice. My only other association with her is The Shining. So to go from that to this is very jarring.
That is quite a different role.
You never watched Shelley Duvall's Fairy Tale Theater?
I was about to say that too.
No, that's a thing? I've never heard of that.
It was a thing. It was a weird thing, but it was a thing.
All right. But my question to you guys is, what director would you love to get to work with if he or she called you up, not necessarily to act, I mean, maybe act, but to do some function that you're already skilled at? So it could be acting, it could be something else. Let's start with Chris.
Oh, man. I mean, if a director is like, I want to work with you, I'm with Paul. I'm kind of like, I'm not too picky.
Oh, your first-time director?
If J.J. Abrams calls me up and he's like, I want you to be in my movie, I'd be like, I'm really holding out for Spielberg. You know?
I was just about to say. That's so funny because I was...
Appreciate it, JJ. But
JJ is usually my top pick, but if I had to meet any director, it would be Steven Spielberg.
Right, totally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's really, at that point, it's really a question of like, who's your favorite director?
Fine, go with that then, guys.
And I'd probably have to just go with Spielberg just because of the breadth of his work and
Exactly.
just the variety of his work is pretty impressive. He kind of broke the. He was kind of pegged as being like this comedy action adventure director for a while, and then he migrated into I can do like serious dramatic award-winning films like Schindler's List and crap. And so crap.
Yeah. Well, and musical crap coming up too.
and literal crap, because I think he was involved with Indiana Jones 4.
I've never heard of this. There's an Indiana Jones 4? No, that can't be. That's got to be a fan theory.
No, there's only 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so Steven Spielberg for Chris. Is that the same for you, Paul? That's what you said?
I echo everything Chris just said. How about you, Francisco?
For me, I mean, yes, Steven Spielberg would be amazing. I was trying to think of someone else. I think Robert Zemeckis, because he did some good ones in the 80s and 90s, especially. His more recent stuff, I'm like,
I don't really like any of his CG stuff. I don't like any of his CG stuff.
Yeah.
You don't like Beowulf?
Beowulf was weird.
Yeah, it's too uncanny valley for me, I think.
Well, they all are, because it keeps pushing the envelope. But I'm really looking forward to
I'm sorry, the monster in stilettos was just weird. Like,
Angelina Jolie's character, is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
But yeah,
he has the next one, a new one coming out that's all CG or something.
He's supposed to be working with who was he working with? Was it Spielberg?
I don't
know.
Adventures
of Tintin, but it's
Adventures of Tintin was Spielberg and Peter Jackson.
Oh, that wasn't. I thought they used Zemeckis in that, but I guess they did.
Maybe.
No.
I know the Zemeckis Cube was in Ready Player One, with Spielberg directed, but
that was the best. That was his best role.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so that's your trivia this
time. What director would you not want to work with? Would probably be a better question. Like, what director, if they called you up, you'd be like, no.
Jonathan Peters?
Who is that?
I don't know. I don't know if I hate anyone that much. I'm pretty down to sell my soul. So
all right. Yeah.
They're like,
for me,
Chris, we want you to star in Showgirls 2.
Wow.
We're making a sequel. I'd be like, okay. As
who's directing though?
I don't hate. Somebody in the chat is saying Bryan Singer. That's a good call out.
Yeah, I was thinking
Bryan
Singer.
Like as a director, he wasn't bad, but as a person,
yeah.
There's a few like that.
I've heard. Oh, you know what? I'm going to change my answer. I'm going to say John Carpenter. I think I would like to work on and be in a John Carpenter film or be attached to it in some way, because he's a director I really enjoy his filmmaking. But someone who I wouldn't want to be is Bryan Singer came to mind. But as much as I love his movies, I think James Cameron I've heard is really hard to work with. So that would probably be more of a pain than it would be a joy. So
no,
with that.
With James Cameron, I'd just be like, you know what, just
suck it up.
Draw me like one of your French girls.
I'd be the same way. I'm like,
James. By the way, if you ever listen to this, feel free to call me out. Don't take this as my refusal. Give me an offer.
All right, I'll give you an out. Great trivia, Francisco. And I have the answer to our last audience question, which again was, what U.S. president would you like to have seen act in a movie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Ken Cummings answered this by saying, it would be awesome to see George Washington in a romantic comedy. Father of our country romancing. You know, I was thinking I would like to see George Washington in a movie just to see what he looked like back then. So,
sure. Well, you see him in the paintings. I'm sure he looked exactly like that.
Sure. Hello, $1 bill. You must be exactly like it. Yeah. All right. But are you ready for this episode's listener question?
Yes.
All right. Is it? Here it is. If you could go back in time, what artifact, painting, relic, etc. would you want to take? Let's say you can pay for it, though. You don't have to steal it.
Mm-hmm. So what would it be? Send your answers to trivia@retrorewindpodcast.com by the time we record our next episode, which gives you usually a week and a couple days if you listen to this on the day it releases. But now that we have all had some trivial fun, let's find out what memories you, our awesome rewinders, had about Time Bandits. Dustin Warford says, "Don't touch it. It's evil." Exactly.
Dallas Panda Marshall Mora says, I remember many a road trip watching this film.
Really?
Film. He says film. I don't know why I said film. But he continues, feel asleep. That's why I said film.
Oh, okay.
Feel asleep a few times, but enjoyed it all the more.
Okay.
Fell asleep. Yeah.
Yeah. Matthew Cosby says, I grew up with this movie. Absolutely love it.
There you go. Some people liked it growing up. Ryan R. Jackson says, oh, goodness. All I remember is a bunch of little people, a big face, and a lot of stupidity.
Let's see. David Gardner says they landed on a boat, the Titanic.
John Harju says, return the map. Return what you have taken.
Nathan James Norman says, I remember wanting to like it, but never being able to appreciate it.
Brian Minto says, all I remember is, Mom, Dad, it's evil. Don't touch it.
And Ricky Lambert says, never seen it. And maybe there's some good reasons not to ever see this film. Let's get into the things we didn't like about Time Bandits. Spinning it up our...
Worst 3.
The top 3 things we didn't like. I'm going to kick us off this time. See, I beat you to it. I beat you to it, Paul.
You beat me to it. How dare you, sir?
So, this is very much a little quibble, but when they're in the medieval times, dinner and tournament, no, the medieval time period, they're walking along after they've stolen the stuff from Shelley Duvall and the other guy, the prince and the princess. How is it that they all get trapped in those foot traps things that pull you up into the tree?
They walk in there?
Yeah.
Oh, each one has a trap for them singularly?
Yeah. How would the bandits have the exact number of traps just ready for those guys?
For other people.
We're there.
Yeah, I saw the behind the scenes.
It was just like a bunch of. Yeah.
Well,
traps.
that's what logic.
It's like a
dictate,
minefield.
Because what are the odds
traps.
that?
A minefield of rope traps. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
It's a fantasy movie.
What I guess would you say blew up for you about this movie in a explosive bad way?
The evil.
Well, see, I got to save that one for later.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Line is.
What?
Your line is.
Oh, my line. Okay,
Free the genie anytime.
Some parts were like a live action version of those, Monty Python. I love Monty Python.
Yeah.
Some parts felt kind of like a live action version of like those animation cutscenes from Monty Python.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah.
That kind of like just don't make any sense.
But
And
didn't Terry Gilliam actually was he the animator that did that? I'm trying to.
He didn't do any animations in this, though. I think is what.
No,
Chris
but what I
is trying to
mean,
say.
it would make sense if he did that. Yeah.
And honestly, I love Monty Python, but those were kind of like my least favorite part of Monty Python. Like they were sometimes good for a laugh, but mostly they just don't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of like there was like the scene where like they're on this ship and then like there's this sneeze that like blows the ship away, so it's just a regular ship. But wait, no, it's not. The ship is a hat.
Yeah, I thought that was creative. No,
and
it is creative, but
it is just so like random and weird, and it was hard to like. I guess my problem was it was like hard to get a grasp of like what kind of movie this was.
Yeah,
because it felt
I can see
like
that.
the movie didn't really know, and I think that's probably a reflection of Terry Gilliam. Because looking back, as much as I love Monty Python. I'll quote Holy Grail every day for the rest of my life. Like in terms of like Terry Gilliam films, like I don't really like love any of them. Like the whole like Mr. Parnasian
Munchausen's Adventure
Munchausen,
Brazil.
I've never like found like I don't know what it is. I don't know what this movie is, and I don't know what to do with it. And I feel like that was true of Time Bandits.
So it sounds like when Terry Gilliam is directing a movie that's an actual like narrative story, then he's not able to do it. But when he's directing a bunch of skits that don't make a lot of sense with each other, that he calls a movie, then you like it.
Well, did you ever see 12 Monkeys?
Actually, no. And I have heard lots of people say that's a good one.
Yeah, and
so
the
I
Fisher
haven't actually watched that one.
I've seen 12 Monkeys. I don't really care for it. Oh, wait, did he direct 12 Monkeys?
Yeah.
Oh. I wonder why I didn't like it. All right.
No, but Monty Python is different because you know what Monty Python is. It's just ridiculous all the way through. It's not supposed to be like this really compelling narrative. It's more like Holy Grail.
But maybe it should be.
Like Flying Circus, for example, is obviously it's just sketch comedy. Like you don't go to Saturday Night Live and come away from that like, what was the overarching like story they were telling through all these random sketches?
I would like to
Monty
see
Python
Flying
and
Circus,
the Holy
but...
Grail was a lot of just kind of that, but set within a story that the story isn't what draws you. You're not going there for, are they going to find the Holy Grail?
Yeah, that's why I'm going there. It's in the title. It's in the title.
Let's review Monty Python and the Time Cop.
From the opening credits, you should know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Like Monty Python and the Holy Grail, you know what you're getting into from the opening credits.
No, I didn't. I did.
About llamas and like firing the people who were responsible for firing the people responsible for the llamas in the opening credits of Holy Grail.
You're right.
Fantastic, and it sets the tone for the rest of the movie and the whole like let's not bicker and argue about who killed who and just like all this random like you if you understand Holy Grail correctly, you understand it's just an excuse to be ridiculous. But Terry Gilliam's other movies are pretending to tell an actual story and actually trying to tell a story, but he can't figure out what he's doing, and it's almost consistent.
Yeah, it's almost like he feel. This I would agree with you, Chris, and it sounds like another way to put that is it's almost like he's leaning on non sequiturs to get him to the next stage because he doesn't know how to transition from one scene to another necessarily.
Well, that's why he has that map and the holes that they go through. So to transition.
Those represent the holes in the story.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Gotcha. Well, let's go to Paul next. What's something you didn't like about this film? Or Monty Python and the Holy Grail. We could go, if you don't want to do dislikes of that, I'm totally fine.
What I didn't understand is why Jean-Claude Van Damme... wait.
Holy Grail was a perfect work of cinema, okay? It was perfection.
How do I kick Chris off this podcast?
Here we go. Wait, we need to finish the rest. Wait, bring him back.
Okay. You can come back. Okay.
All right. One of the things that I struggled with as a kid that unfortunately I struggled the same way as an adult is like, okay, I want to go on a ride with this film, so I associate myself with the kid. And honestly, after watching it, I don't want to be hijacked by these time bandits, for lack of a better word, go through all these crazy, kind of horrific, like trying to escape with your life kind of scenarios. And then at the end to have my parents blow up and then my house set on fire. Like it does not leave me wanting to be in this world. I don't relate in a way like to this journey. I think it's very creative, but it doesn't make me want to join in on it.
Exactly. That's a great way of putting it.
It didn't make my top three, but one of them was that I really just wish Kevin was able to stay with King Agamemnon.
Yeah.
Areopagus. King Agamemnon, who's Sean Connery's character, but and then
Bond,
Anyway, but something else I didn't like that did make my top three dislikes were. And this is something I'm not sure if it's Terry Gilliam or if it's British or like late 70s, early 80s filmmaking in general. I don't think that's the case because you don't see this type of cinematography in things like Star Wars or Raiders of the Lost Ark or things like that. But I just, for whatever reason, and maybe it's just a certain style that I don't like, but the way this movie was shot, the way Monty Python is shot, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, that's the only Monty Python I've seen. Other movies in this time period that I recall having seen, I just don't like how they're shot. The shot composition seems really wonky or very standard or just cliche. And I'm not a cinematographer, so I don't know all the ins and outs of what makes it, but it doesn't look polished. Like we were talking to Spielberg as the director we'd like to work with if he phoned us up. And I can think of so many shots of his that just look so beautiful. Like you'd want a painting of it up on your wall. They're just so done well. They're lit so well. And I can't think of a one in this that's like that.
Charges millions for that kind of output, unlike the production of these films that you're used to.
All right. Okay.
Bijoux, or however you pronounce his last name, that's your dislike, the cinematographer.
I guess. I mean, I think it's a combination of him and Terry Gilliam saying up what the shots are going to be. But yeah, it's just.
I mean, the director is definitely the primary, like, in terms of if he wants a good cinematographer or if he's got a vision, he should be, telling the cinematographer what to do.
Exactly. Yeah. Get in line. So that's
make it more like Spielberg. Come on.
Just like exactly. Let's Senor Spielberg this thing up. Chris, let's go back to you. What's something else you didn't like?
So kind of along the same lines in terms of like not being able to nail down what it was. Just in terms of the interest level in the show, I felt like, okay, there's a lot of like kind of magical random stuff going on. But the story just kind of wasn't interested enough, or like Paul said, like it wasn't like you don't want to go along for the journey. Mm-hmm. Like you don't identify with any of the characters, and even if you identify with the boy, it's like there's no like, all right, this is our trajectory. We know where we're heading. Mm-hmm. This is the end that we're reaching for, and then this is the happy ending we're looking for. There wasn't really any of that.
There's no one-eyed Willie with the treasure to find. That kind of
exactly.
And it wasn't like, and you can be very forgiving of that if it's nonstop laughs.
Yes,
Like again, Monty Python to me is nonstop laughs. It's just ridiculous throughout.
Or Airplane or something like that. Yeah.
I know Francisco. There's a lot of rebellious people in Monty Python, and that's really hard for you. But
it's rebellious children mainly. But
these are grown-ups that never grew up, so there's just older rebellious children.
In Monty Python, it's the rebellious peasants, isn't it? It's like, did you see that? Did you see him repressing me? We are in a tournament.
Just let the rabbit eat them all. Okay, continue, Chris.
So it wasn't funny enough to make up for the lack of story. Like
totally, I can see that. Yeah,
forgive lack of story if you're entertaining me in another way the whole time.
Yeah,
if it's hilarious the whole time, I'm down. And it had a couple funny parts, but those were more just like sprinkled in, like, oh, John Cleese's Robin Hood is hilarious, but then like Agamemnon, like it's not. It wasn't funny. It was just like it was kind of interesting. Like, and it kind of gets your hopes up that he'll hang out with him. But then he's stolen away.
But hey, he's a fireman later, so it might work out.
Yeah, and he ditches the kid. That's cool.
Yeah, so, great.
And it was just like, and sometimes instead of humor, it was like absurdity was a substitute for substance and humor throughout it in a lot of parts. Evil genius like starts spinning the cowboys around. Yeah. And then like out of the top of his head comes this weird like the carnival music.
Yeah, what the
and it just comes out and like starts slicing, and it was so weird. Or the scene where like the pirate ship hat giant comes out. And like there's a lot of focus on this random cottage where there's like some weird, like I don't know what they were, puppets or creatures.
I don't know either.
And I spent a lot of time like showing them bickering in that cottage before the giant stepped on it. And it was like it wasn't funny, it was just weird.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I can totally get behind that, Chris. There was a lot that was just, if this felt like he was trying to be an adventure with some comedic bits, but there's too random for the adventure to be really fulfilling. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Paul, what's one more just like you have before we get to our tragic makers?
This is more of a logical thing that took me out, and it's more of a plot hole. Is they get this mind control suggestion that they go after the greatest object in all the world.
Yeah.
And then later we cut to Randall, the leader / not leader, but really the leader of the little people. He all of a sudden is telling Kevin, no, it does exist. We have to go after it. And it's, in this place on the map that's in the middle of nowhere. It's like, all right, everyone was against this. Talk about like there's no ending or no goal. All of a sudden there is a switch of, oh, no, wait, there is, and we're going to go after it, and we need your help. And like, where did that switch come from out of nowhere? And it just, it was too much of a jump or a plot hole or something that did not make logical sense for this fantasy adventure to all of a sudden do almost a 180, because they were against it when the suggestion came out. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, it doesn't. Well, how do you know it exists? And why are you going to abandon your greatest quest to steal for treasure? I mean, if you've ever gone throughout time, that's not the greatest way to get rich. You want all the money coming to you. You don't go after all the money. So
you get Gray Sports Almanac if you want to get rich.
Yeah. You tell him, Biff.
All right, that's very fair. So let's get to our tragic makers, guys. The things we hated most about Time Bandits. Let's start with Chris.
All right. So the ending is that's my tragic maker.
Such a letdown. Like, oh my gosh.
You've gone through this whole journey, and then at the very end, like, he gets back home and his parents explode.
Yeah.
And then you see like King Agamemnon like putting out the fires and whatever. And and there's like maybe this glimmer of hope, like, oh, maybe they'll like somehow like reconnect, and like
exactly,
random fireman will adopt to this child or something. But
he's
just like, nope, I'm hopping in my fire truck and heading away.
Yeah, peace out.
I'm gone. And then freaking Kevin is just chilling there with. He's like, oh great, you got like some Polaroids of your great adventure. Now off to the orphanage for you, kid.
Yeah.
Like, social services isn't there to help him either, so I don't know.
It just seems so existential. Like, there's no point. Or it's just all meaningless.
It's all nihilistic, yeah.
Yeah, nihilistic. That's probably a better way to put that. Yeah.
And it was just like you just went through this whole weird journey, and then the end, like, doesn't. And again, to compare it to Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which is a perfect work of film.
Cinematic history.
Hilarious the whole way through, and the ending is hilarious because you've realized by this point that everything is just ridiculous. So of course they're gonna randomly like arrest everybody at the end. And,
of course, that makes sense.
And then it's roll credits. That totally works for Monty Python because it's consistently ridiculous and hilarious the whole way through.
Yeah.
But you can't have an ending like that for Time Bandits because, like, it's supposed to at least. It feels like it's at least trying to tell some kind of story,
right?
As disconnected and inconsistent as it is, and then the ending is just like, now we gave up.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Let's hold on 1 minute while we take an Edna mode break.
I wasn't going to Edna mode. I could remember if there's a silence. You just want to up the. We haven't done any Edna modes. We had the zero.
There was one.
When? No. I was that was. I was gonna. Well, no, I edited it a little bit. It's not like a full blown thing like this.
He was hoping we could keep the conversation talking.
Yeah. So I have this alarm going off.
Yeah, my laundry's done. Sorry.
So I'm just waiting for it to be done. It doesn't last too long usually. Let's see. Thank you for the Edna mode. I assume that's Bobo. Let's see. So okay, there it's done. So that was Chris's. All right. And let's go. So end of Edna mode. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Chris. Paul, was that what made your Tragic Maker the ending, or some other component of Time Bandits?
But I'm gonna go in a different direction with my
the beginning. You hate how it started.
No, even weirder.
The middle.
And this is for
Monty Python and the Holy Grail. You hated that movie, and it influenced your hatred of this. I get it.
Is when Jean-Claude Van Damme showed up in the middle of a Monty Python movie and started.
Weird. Yeah.
No, again, this is for me personally. I don't expect many people to have this same thing. It's kind of like when rebellious children just ruin.
That's for me. Yeah. Okay. Fair.
For me, I know this is fantasy, but when you deal with characters like who are essentially God and Satan, I had a similar problem with the movie Legend, where they deal with these iconic characters who are real, very real to me, but when in a fantasy movie they are called that, but they do not have the same attributes. It really bothers me.
Wait, what attributes did you want them to have?
Well, for example, every character in this film is inept in some way. It's very flawed.
Okay.
Including God himself.
Yeah.
And even if he had help creating the universe, like getting these little guys to help him create, his creation is also inept in what they do. Every little thing is, and that just grinds me the wrong way.
Gotcha.
So, and there's a line in there where Randall's explaining, "You see, to be quite frank, Kevin, the fabric of the universe is far from perfect. It was a bit of a botched job, you see. We only had 7 days to make it." So, that kind of thing is like, look, I understand it's fantasy, but for me, you're touching,
comedy.
Yeah, you're touching on truths that people have that really people really wrestle with these truths. And so when you put it in a comedic fantasy and you turn it on its head in a negative way, it bothers me personally. And so
I feel like it would have been fine if they'd had a drawing of Muhammad to balance it out.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Shiva also in the back. Yeah.
It's hard for me to sit through those kind of movies and not be bothered.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
would say.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I would say like the actual creation part of it isn't as bothersome as much as like the characterization of God. You know, in the end when you finally meet him. And he's,
or even when he's chasing them, like, bring back what you have stolen. Well, if he's God, he's all powerful. He can send them back if he wanted,
Yeah. Well, maybe he wants them to make the choice, though, Paul.
Yeah. I don't know. He just seemed kind of like callous and uncaring, and just kind of.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know, just kind of like not an overly positive characterization of God's personality. So.
Yeah, much more like the type of God. I forget if it's called deism, where it's like God just made the universe and then left, and now it's just like running on its own. But for whatever reason, the portrayal of Satan and God in this didn't rub me the wrong way. But I can appreciate how that would for you, Paul. I totally get that.
You don't go to Time Bandits for your theology, Francisco? You don't?
Not usually. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Weird.
The thing that rubbed me the wrong way the most in Time Bandits was just Randall and the Time Bandits. Though, I mean, they were certainly interesting characters, but none of them were likable. Not a one of them was interesting. The guy who ate a bunch of stuff was that was a fun little quirk that made him different. But everything else, all of them, I got a little sad whenever their hull would get taken away, whether it's from Robin Hood or it gets all off the boat or what have you. I'm like, well, so essentially your last trip was wasted. Great. But I didn't like them, and I wasn't really rooting for them that much. So it's hard when you have an ensemble like this and you don't care about any of the ensemble cast.
Were you rooting for Bilbo Baggins as as Napoleon there.
I did like seeing Ian Holm. That was fun. But I didn't. I guess I don't know enough about Napoleon. Maybe if I knew more, I'd get
Watch
the comedy
Bill and
more.
Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I've
For all
seen
you-
Bill and
that's all you
Ted
need to know about
Excellent.
Napoleon.
Oh my gosh.
You don't have to know a lot about Napoleon. You just have to know that he's
He's short
stereotyped
and
as having short man syndrome. He apparently wasn't that short compared to
Oh,
average,
really?
but
Oh,
people
okay.
like to just characterize him that way. So
gotcha.
that was the joke.
Got it. Okay. Well, fair enough. But it didn't make me laugh. So tragic maker. But now that we've entered all our trajectories into the firing computer, I also have a firing solution for us.
Yes.
Firing solution complete. Rating salvo at the ready. On your mark.
Alrighty, it's time for the moment of truth. Do we rate Time Bandits? A classic. We'd recommend anyone go see this film, whether or not they've seen it before. A nostalgic. If you have fond memories of it, it's definitely worth your time to revisit it and relive those memories. But if you've never seen it, probably just go watch something else. Time Cop, maybe.
Maybe not.
Or
Maybe not.
do we rate it a tragic? It's not worth anyone's time. If you've never seen it, keep it that way. And if you have fond memories of it, don't rewatch it now because you'll likely sully those fond memories. Let's start with our guest. Chris, what is your final rating for Time Bandits?
All right, so I have a technical question before I answer. So
Yeah.
is the nostalgic rating like from my perspective, or like more like potentially like if someone else enjoyed it as a child?
I'm
It's
struggling with that myself. Let's be
It's-
honest.
I typically say it's from your own perspective. If you would like to generalize, you're more than welcome to, but I'm fine with it just being your perspective.
Because-
You're the guest. You get to have that say.
All right, because to me, I'm like, I was a teenager when I saw it. It had already been out for a long time, so I have no nostalgic attachment to it other than giving my friend a hard time for suggesting it in the first place. But I could see how someone might have, some fond memories of like, oh, this was a ridiculous movie. I didn't even know what was going on as a kid, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And could appreciate the nostalgia of it that way.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't have that, so I would tend towards Tragic Maker, which I think
A tragic, yeah.
tragic rating, which I think this would be like my first time actually rating something tragic on this show. So
Seriously.
That could be. I could look
think
it up,
Other
but
thing's tragic, but it was a joke.
yeah, I think I have to go with Tragic on this.
all right. Tragic from Chris Cowan. Send your hate mail to Nate Henderson at popmocker or stayandbrave.com. Let's see. Okay, so tragic from Chris. Paul, what was your final rating? So,
man.
Chris, your prediction was tragic. You ended up being tragic. Paul, your prediction was also tragic. Did it end up being so?
So, prior to starting the recording of this episode, I have been teetering between tragic and nostalgic myself.
Oh, really?
Even
Okay.
up to this point, like, what is my final? And I would not watch this movie again unless it was for, one of these review shows kind of a thing. But I understand, like what Chris said, if people enjoyed it in the past, I think they would enjoy it again in the future. And I wouldn't mind watching it again if it was, for something. But overall, as a movie as a whole, I don't like it that much. So I think I'm going to go the way of tragic as well.
All right. Two tragics. And by the way, Chris.
Like if it was a choice between seeing the movie again and like having to slip my wrist, I'd see the movie again.
You're right.
But like, it wouldn't be my first choice.
Yeah.
All right. Fair. Wow. Also, point of order, Chris, you actually did rate Young Guns a tragic.
Oh.
So
Did
this
I?
is not your first
Okay.
tragic. Yes,
Okay.
you did.
All right.
All right. So for me, I predicted nostalgic, again, having never seen this. And I think my that prediction is going to stand. I could see, I don't know if I necessarily would watch this again, but I found enough of it enjoyable that I would like. I could see myself watching it if my kids, for whatever reason, wanted to see it again. I could be like, all right, I guess I could watch that. It's certainly not my favorite. I like you guys. I don't have a lot of nostalgia for it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't so off-putting to me in any way. However, I do worry that if I were to watch it again, I could very easily fall asleep to it or get bored by it. That I feel like there's a lot of potential there. So it's lucky this is my first time. Otherwise, it could have been very much a tragic for me.
Yeah.
Keep waiting for Jean-Claude Van Damme to show up.
All right, guys. Well, according to the Retro Rewind podcast with Too Tragic and Nostalgic, we rate Time Bandits a disputed tragic film. Probably don't go see this whether or not you've seen it before. But now it's time to get back to our own time. Good old 20XX.
20XX?
Comsat online. Receiving incoming transmission.
Oh, it feels good in the neighborhood to be back. But we wouldn't have been able to travel back to 1981 to begin with if it weren't for our amazing reflux capacitors. We don't need a time map. We need reflux capacitors. Namely, Jared Holzhauer, Deborah Powers, Brian Keating, Patrick Hicks, LJ Lowry, Chris Cowan. Oh, you're right here. Woo-hoo! Chris Owens, Geek Devotions, The Untold Podcast, James Kennison, Drew of the Cellcast, Ashley Cronenbitter, Pastor Dewson, Kennethan, Redeemed Otaku, Ryan Lingle, That's Our Bobo, Josh Adams, D. Tungsten, Andy Lewis, Jeff, Laura Ronan, The Dapper Man Reviews, and Tony from the Retro Days, in addition to 8 other awesome patrons as well. Thank you all so much for keeping the gigawatts coming. And if you want to keep us flying for as little as $1 a month and get bonus content for your generosity, head over to retrorewindpodcast.com/support to help us grow via Patreon, Subscribestar, or PayPal.
This stream is sponsored by PaulJPowers.com.
And while we're supporting our thankers, I did it again. While we're supporting our
End mode.
Did you want to add? Do you want to while we're in Edna mode? Did you want to address anything, or should I just go into it?
Is there something I need to address?
No.
Oh, you mean like in chat? Yes, that is you, Baba. Okay, go ahead, Paul.
All right. And while we're thanking our supporters, we also want to give a big, or should I say, little pirated hug to Chris Cowan for supporting us with his thoughts about Time Bandits tonight. So, Chris, where can people find you online? And is there anything cool you got going on that people should know about?
Yes. You can find me at stunningandbrave.net, where I have a podcast with my good buddy Nate Henderson, who's also been on Retro Rewind several times.
Yeah.
And it's a comedy podcast where we kind of poke fun at pop culture and people being fools on social media, that kind of thing. You can also follow me on Instagram at MadCowan.
Very cool. Thank you again so much, Chris. It's always fun having you on the show. So glad you're able to come back for Time Bandits.
Yeah.
And a hearty thanks to those of you, yes, you listening right now for the first time, and of course all of you who are a part of our Rad Rewinder community. You all who watch us live every week, whether we're recording this podcast or playing retro games, are an amazing group of people helping sustain the pod. But if you are looking for ways to get involved in growing this Retro Rewind endeavor, reach out to us on social media where we are at Retro Rewind Pod, pretty much everywhere. You could buy some of our merch, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Podchaser, become a monthly patron, or simply just share your favorite episode of the podcast with a friend. Like, do you like it when podcast hosts are talking about one movie, then keep talking about another movie? Well, then maybe
Monty
you should
Python?
share this Time Bandits. Never mind, scratch that. But
right.
Whatever your favorite episode is, share that with a friend so that more people can enjoy the content of the Retro Rewind Pod.
Nah. You've been listening to the Retro Rewind Podcast.com/231. Our review of Time Bandits with me as your XO, PaulJPowers.com. You can find me online and all my social media at PaulJPowers.com. Not .net, like Stunning and Brave.net. It's .com, PaulJPowers.com.
.com. That's spelled
We can't all be
C-O-M.
millionaires dropping loads of cash on the .com domain.
Yeah, Paul. Well, you
Well,
gotta be
I
a millionaire.
understand- Look, I understand the .coms are more expensive, but the stunningandbrave.com was a little more expensive than the PaulJPowers.com, just to be honest. So
Probably. Anyway, thank you so much, XO. It's awesome getting to fly this ship with you. And thank you all for listening. We pray you are more joyful now than when you first hit play. I skipped a whole section. I thought
fine.
there was something weird there.
yeah,
In the mode.
I have been and continue to be
Yes, I see that
waiting
now.
for Francisco.
Thank you for being an amazing friend, Paul. Amazing bandit. I mean, you're not really one, but you know. And for another fun voyage, I have been and continue to be Captain of the Pod, Francisco Ruiz. Find me on Twitter at FXRetro_, especially if you need pixel art work commissioned.
Captain, we are on final approach to base as we go through this time map.
Thank you, XO, and thank you all for listening. We pray you are more joyful now than when you first hit play, but like a Pokemon, we gotta catch you all for Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, our next episode of the Retro Rewind Podcast.
Retro Rewind mission complete. Proceed to nav point Omega and return to base.
Dad! It's evil! Don't touch it!
Alrighty. Okay, so now we can go into... Oh, I wanted to do Watch by Burn real quick. I had one of those.
Watch by burn. What's by burn?
Every single time. Chris, I don't know if you've played Watch by Burn with us before. Does that sound familiar?
I don't know if I have.
Okay, so what this is, it's essentially your top 3 movies. I'm going to give you 3 movies. You tell me which one you would buy, like you want to get the best collection, steelbook or tin or ultimate edition, whatever. You love it so much you'd buy it. Which one you would watch, like if it came on TV, you wouldn't like turn it off. You'd watch it because, you know, it's somewhat enjoyable. Or which one you would burn. You wish you could burn all the copies of it because you hate it that much.
Put it in a microwave.
Okay.
Exactly. All right, so I'm
Gotcha.
going to do a little intro, and then we'll do that real quick. Welcome, welcome, Reflex Capacitors, to another edition of Watch by Burn. We just got finished doing the movie Time Bandits with Chris Cowan and Paul, of course.
We're still here, though.
We are still here. So in case you're new to Watch by Burn, it's essentially like top 3. We're going to tell you which movies we would buy, which we would watch, and which we would burn into oblivion. So guys, these are your 3 movies this time. So Time Bandits, the movie we just did.
Okay.
I wanted to do an audible and say Time Cop, but I have a theme going, so we're not going to do Time Cop. Time Bandits, Willow, and Legend. So those are the... Anyone guess the theme?
What's the theme? Fantasy?
No.
Little People?
There you go. You got
I
it,
was trying to think.
Chris.
I don't
Little
remember
People.
Little People in Legend. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, all the people that help Tom Cruise are little people.
Oh, are they? I thought
Yeah.
they were like children or something.
Well, and
There's
Tom
one
Cruise
child.
himself, you know.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Going there, I guess. Okay, so
Yes,
those
to
are
wear
your...
padded shoes.
Yeah, we got that, Chris. Thank
Okay,
you.
All right.
So let's go around first and say which of these we would watch. So, Chris, of those 3 movies, which one would you watch? Like if it came on TV, you'd leave it on, you wouldn't turn it off, but it's not your favorite by any means.
Legend.
Legend, okay. So Chris with Legend.
Which it's been a while. I hardly remember anything about it, so I need
Yeah.
to,
That's totally
one.
fine.
I'm like, I should watch that.
Paul, how about you?
I'd actually watch Time Bandits, even though I just rated it tragic.
Yeah, that's what's up with that. All right. For me, I would be with Chris. I'd say a Legend for my watch. So that leaves buy now. Which one would you love the like ultimate edition for? Let's go with Paul.
I would legendarily choose Willow.
Okay. I I see what you did there. All right. So Willow, how about you for you, Chris? Time Bandits, that can be at the top of your list.
I would willingly buy. Willow.
Okay. Willingly buy Willow? Is that kind of what you're going for? Okay.
That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm right there with you, Chris. Willow would be my buy as well. So leaving the burns to be, what would that burn be for you, Paul?
Legendarily Legend, yes.
Okay. Legend, why is Legend at the bottom above or below Time Bandits?
I think Time Bandits does have that fun journey, which I didn't find in Legend.
Oh, okay. And Chris, what does that leave for you? Is that Time Bandits for you as your burn?
Yeah. Time Bandits is a burn, especially against those other two options.
Exactly. For me as
too
well.
many little people. Is that why?
Wow, not at all, Paul.
Okay,
Jeez Louise.
Wow. Look, Wizard of Oz, gave me nightmares. No, my first pick was Willow. All right. So,
yeah, which had plenty of little people in it.
All right.
And I have friends who are short, so.
Yeah, like me.
All right.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wanted to clarify.
You didn't have
I didn't want to accuse you unnecessarily.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So you've been listening to Watch by Burn. Thank you again, Reflex Capacitors, for supporting this content. Sounds like Willow is the mega winner here, and Time Bandits is the mega loser. All right. Well, we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Slow and boring.
Paul or Chris, do either of you have to use the restroom or get water or anything before you do spiritual speculation?
There is no bathroom.
Yeah, actually, if I can get I think I need a water real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh my gosh.
Get out.
You want me to still be recording right now?
Yes, yeah, don't stop your recording. Yeah, keep it
All
going.
right, sounds good.
Hi. How are you? I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Even if there's water in your mouth, spit it out.
Okay, what's the questions?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I don't know, but I can tell you this. I just got a mega craving for Carl's Jr., and I don't know why.
No more complaining. No more Mr. Kimble have to go to the bathroom. Nothing.
I wasn't complaining.
Whining. You lack discipline.
You know what? I do. If I go out and get Carl's Jr. this day at night, I do like discipline. I agree, Arnie.
Take it back.
I can't take it back if I buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Bob. I forgot about that. Are you ending the Twitch stream or keeping going? Yeah, we do need to end because this is
to say.
I totally spaced on it.
No, actually, but we can talk about this. Talk about this in front of people if you want to talk about it.
Sure, why not? Let's go.
All right.
Behind the curtain.
And this is just me. I understand the reason why for ending it, so that the patrons can have a little something that the free viewers don't have, and I respect that. But I honestly think that there is sometimes the chat, when they interact with what we're talking about, they can actually make especially like the spiritual speculations a little bit better. And so as then what does that leave for the patrons? What are they getting extra for it?
Gotcha.
I was actually thinking, what if I know we've talked about this, release the podcast on Friday, but if it's ready by Wednesday or earlier, before Friday, drop the MP3 in Patreon and
Subscription and all the places.
That way they have early access to it, and then everyone else gets it on Friday or whatever when it normally drops. It's just an idea to compensate that other idea.
And you know what? Let's get people in chat chime in. Chris, chime in. So
Chris
for
doesn't
me,
know what we're talking about.
I know. I was gonna recap it for him.
Okay.
I agree 100%.
That's great.
With
There's
me
two
or
choices.
Paul?
I will
with both.
stake my life on it.
Good. So we're wondering. So we're going to cut off the stream, the live stream, not ending the recordings, because the spiritual speculations bonus material, Chris. But Paul is saying, well, sometimes when we have people in chat, if we kept going live, sometimes the things they add can be valuable to spiritual speculation. So what if instead of spiritual speculation being the bonus thing, we actually release the podcast early for people, or maybe release it on time or early for patrons, and then late or just a new on time for everyone else. For me, from my point of view, I've never seen value in early releases of anything, because then I feel like, well, yeah, I get it a little early this one time, then I just have a new delay. It's not like I'm getting it earlier and earlier and earlier or anything like that.
No, it's just like, why go out and see movie opening weekend rather than waiting for it to come out on HBO? You know, that kind of thing.
Well, I've never seen any value in what all these schmucks in the chat room have to contribute. So I just... I'm kidding. I love
we love you,
all.
Neko and Babo and everyone else.
I love you all.
So Chris doesn't, but we do.
But I'm curious. Okay, so it sounds like Paul sees value in getting an early release. Chris, what's your take on it? No right or wrong. I'm just curious for another opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think there actually is value sometimes when, like, we're having a conversation and, like, the people in the chat room can chime in. And I think when you're releasing, I don't think it necessarily, like, completely takes away from the value of having the, bonus audio available, to your Patreon subscribers or wherever. Like, I think there's still value in that separate post-production recording of the spiritual stuff.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, because I won't be doing any post-production on the video or anything.
So his answer was correct. What he said, both.
Oh, before, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone in chat? What's your take on it? Do you like getting things earlier than other people, or does it matter?
Because you're going to listen to it eventually anyway.
Yeah. See, that's my thing. It's not like I'm getting.
Yeah.
Like, so you're saying, Paul, I get to see a movie earlier than everyone else, but that's like saying, yeah, and then well, I was gonna say the next movie is the same movie, but that's not the same thing. Oh, it's more like I get to watch a TV show earlier than everyone else. But the TV show, I want to be able to chat with everyone about what I just watched.
Well, Oh yeah, we have a great following. I can't tell you how many times I was spoiled by people talking about the latest episode of the Retro Rewind podcast.
Were you here when we talked with Nathan? He actually reviews it every 15 days. Oh, what were you going to say, Chris?
I think the solution is to tell all these freeloaders in the chat room to start supporting, and then that solves the problem.
Why didn't I just think of that? Yes. This is why we have you on, Chris, for your big ideas.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Big brain right there. Big brain.
Exactly. Maybe you can delay it for a week. Delay which for a week?
The release of the podcast for the non-patrons is what I
mean. Maybe big brain playsness. Well, you know what? Since we're already past the what's the cool hip things people say now? No, they I wish they said that, but no, they passed the rubric, past the.
It's the Zemeckis cube.
Not the Zemeckis cube.
Litmus?
No, not litmus.
TikTok. What are kids saying now? Bay. I don't know. What do they say?
Ow.
I can tell you what cool thing people don't say is what's that cool thing people say?
Yeah. That's true. You know what? I'm the same way, Bobo. If it came out on Patreon, I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't download it. I just wait for it to come out in my podcatcher anyway. So
really?
He's saying it's not that big of a deal. It's not an incentive or a perk.
Yeah.
Pass the pineapple.
No,
okay,
it's not pass the pineapple. We're fine. But okay, so since we're beyond Thunderdome or wherever the idiom is, for this time. We'll go ahead and continue on. We'll stay live. So I expect
After Chris has
quality
insulted him multiple times.
content from you guys watching and typing. So here we go. It's okay if you guys just want to watch. All right, here's a spiritual speculation with Chris Cowan and Nate Henderson. No, that's not it at all.
Wait. Now I'm ready.
Oh, with Chris Cowan and Nate Henderson. That's not it.
Well, there goes Nate.
I just hear their podcast, and there's an explosion after the announcer introduces them.
Sorry, that's the wrong one.
Anyway. Welcome, Reflux Capacitors, to another edition of Spiritual Speculation, where we talk about the things that the movies and games we watch, the spiritual themes that we are prompted to think about from the movies and games we experienced recently. This episode is paired with our review of Time Bandits, which you can check out at retrorewindpodcast.com/231. Don't have to have listened to that to listen to this, but sometimes the comedy does carry over into the spiritual speculation. But before we get into the movie proper, let's go around real quick and say what our faith life was growing up and what we believe these days. I'll start. My name is Francisco. I was raised Presbyterian, which is a Protestant denomination, and I'm currently a non-denominational Protestant Christian. And Chris, how about you?
I'm Amish. What is all this? What am I looking at here?
Are you on that thing? What's it called when the Amish leave when they're teenagers to see
Breaking Amish? My wife watches that show.
What's it called? That thing's called something.
Breaking Amish.
No.
That's what it's called? No.
Oh, no, that's a TV show. It's called Breaking Amish.
Yeah.
What's it called when the teenagers do that? I don't know.
Exactly. Rachmaninoff or something.
Hiatus.
Sure. I don't know. They get shunned for a while. That's what happens.
So are you actually Amish, Chris?
Okay. No, I was raised in a non-denominational denomination called Calvary Chapel.
Okay.
And I'm even less denominational than that today.
Ooh.
And that sums it up, actually.
Awesome. Okay. And Paul.
All right. So when I was little, I was minding my own business in bed, and I got kidnapped by these little people, and we went through time, and then eventually I found God, and now I'm a follower of Jesus.
Was he an old British man when you found him?
Sometimes. He can be whoever he wants to be.
I suppose so. All right, guys. Well, let's get into the spiritual themes that Time Bandits serve kicked into our brains. That's a weird way of putting that, Francisco. Let's start with Paul. What spiritual theme or question came to you from this time watching Time Bandits?
One of the things that I said that I liked about this movie was some of the dialogue and some of the way things were written. And one of the questions they actually ask God at the end is, why do we have evil? And he responds like, I think it has something to do with free will. And
I thought that was right on the money, actually.
I thought that was very good. Like, wow, that's actually probably more correct than a lot of people think. But at least that's what I tend to think.
But I loved how cavalier, like, he could not care less.
Right.
So it has something to do, I don't know. So it has something to do with free will.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. So what, go ahead, Paul.
It got me thinking about free will, and I know there's different beliefs about, like, some people believe, like, you don't have...
sorry, just to clarify what that is. That's when the killer whale jumps over the boy while Michael Jackson's singing, right?
Yeah.
That's Free Willy. But anyway.
No,
free will, people, there is some debate about how much free will we actually have. And some people actually argue that nobody has free will. In fact,
is that what Calvinism, like hardcore Calvinism is?
Some people, well... And I've talked to some Calvinists about this, but that's like talking to say, do all Christians believe that? Well, do all Calvinists believe that?
All right, that's fair.
I've heard it described. Some believe in no free will, and some believe a lot will describe it more as like insufficient will.
Oh,
So it's not that we have
kind of like God has his will and we cannot change his mind, and therefore we do not have the free will. We are just given a realm like I've heard it argued that he has free will and we have choices within that kind of a thing.
Yeah. It's kind of like if you live in a cage, do you technically have free will because you can move about that cage?
So that's what I was going to ask about.
What
do you what is your take on it?
Me or Chris or both? Okay. For me, oh man, I haven't really given that level of thought. I guess I tend to think that if the cage, so to speak, is able to include things like saying, I'm not going to follow you, God, I don't believe in you, then that's a pretty big cage to just deny the creator of all things. So I feel like if it's insufficient will, fine, but it might as well be free at that point. It's like when you get a number so small that they might as well be zero. I mean, they're just so infinitesimally small. You're just gonna say it's zero.
So would you say,
it's not quite, but it is.
So it gets into like not predestination. It gets what is that? Free will, and there's also the verse
I thought it was predestination. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also a verse that says a man can plan its way, but it's ultimately God's plan that succeeds, or something like that.
It's Pater from Christian Geek Central always says this. The plans of a man do something, but it's God's plans that ultimately rule the day or something. Dang, now I have to look it up.
Wow, that was perfectly worded.
Fight me, Chris.
Proverbs 19:21.
Oh, okay.
Many
Oh, wow,
are the
perfect.
plans in a man's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails.
Thank you. Yes.
And then it's like, okay, well then how much? So what percentage? It sounded like you were trying to get like, okay, so is it 99% free will and 1% God's will? Is that where you're getting? You said so infinitesimal or whatever.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to say that God's will, like, we can go directly against. I mean, I guess in a way we can. We can choose not to follow God's will. That doesn't mean we can undo God's plan or like make it so that his plan doesn't happen. I don't think we don't have that sort of,
unless you're a universalist who believes it's God's will that everyone follow him, and universalists believe everyone will eventually do that.
Are you a universalist, Paul?
No, I'm not.
Chris, are you a universalist?
No, not.
Okay, then that's sort of outside this conversation then.
All right. Wow. I was just trying to give them I'm not. All right.
Why? Oh well. Why don't you give me the pantheist perspective then, since we're doing everyone else's?
Let's ask Jean-Claude Van Damme what he thinks about it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
Well, so I feel like there's kind of two questions here. One is what is free will's relationship to evil, and the other is like do we have free will? What is free will? So, I believe in free will. I believe like the entire point of all those verses in the Bible, that are commanding us to act and behave in a certain way would be completely meaningless if we did not have some level of free will and enough level of free will that is sufficient for us to be culpable.
Mm-hmm.
The problem I have with some people is they're like, well, God is sovereign, God is... Yeah, and so therefore free will cannot exist because God is controlling everything. And if that's true, God is controlling you when you disobey him, and that removes any actual personal responsibility I would have for my own actions.
Plus then at that point, wouldn't God be doing evil and God can't do evil? So
right, exactly.
Yeah.
If God can't do evil, then he's not all powerful.
Yeah. And so, but in terms of like, why does evil exist? Something to do with free will, that's totally accurate, because evil only exists as a result of evil actions which are done out of free will.
Absolutely. And that's not to say that all free will means you'll always take an evil action, but it allows for the possibility, which allows for evil to exist. Yeah.
Right.
Well, and I think it means that in some ways it does mean you are going to at some point
make
an evil or immoral out of your free will, you're going to express it imperfectly, and you're going to express it wrongly, and we all do that in some way, and so that's why evil exists, and it's kind of like evil and pain are both kind of things that like they exist, and they're the reason a lot of people are like, well, why does this exist if there's an all good, all righteous God? And there's
the problem with pain.
The problem with pain. Yeah, well, because evil leads to pain. That's why, like, we wouldn't recognize it as evil if it didn't lead to pain. And so then the question is, well, God, why do you allow evil? Because it leads to pain. But also, God, why do you allow pain? What's that for? And I think it's something I've
just numb my nerves. Come on.
Yeah. Right. And like, well, no, pain is there to alert us to evil. Right? Pain is also there to grow us. Like, pain,
exactly.
Like stretching.
No pain, no gain.
You know, growth comes from stretching. Stretching involves pain, and it gives us those things to overcome. You know, just the ongoing struggle, like accomplishments that we succeed in have that much more meaning and satisfaction when there was a struggle involved in overcoming those.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and finish what you're about to say, Chris. And what?
And I was just going to say one more thing before I close this evening with and ask the worship team to come back on stage while I'm praying. And I'm going to like kind of keep praying because they're not quite on stage yet, so I'm going to extend my prayer a little bit longer. They're still not on stage yet, so I'm going to keep this going. I'm going to add a few more Heavenly Fathers and Father Gods into my prayer. No, okay, what I was going to say is, you know, one of the things that really impacts my perspective on pain and evil is the fact that this life is temporary. We tend to look at this life as the thing that's really, this is the solid thing. And then whatever happens after this life, that's kind of that ghostly, like transparent, smoky, foggy kind of, you know, existence that we're all like kind of transparent ghosts up in heaven. But this is actually what the Bible, Paul describes as this life is but a mist.
Yeah, exactly.
And C.S. Lewis talks about paints a great picture of this in the book I've never read called The Great Divorce.
I love The Great Divorce.
Where you know, it starts out in this kind of foggy phantom plane, and then as you get to heaven, that's where you see, oh, this is reality.
Yeah.
And so when you're in heaven for 1 billion years, whatever amount of suffering you experienced on earth is going to really fade. So.
Yeah. Real quick, that's a great image in The Great Divorce. The main character that you're following gets off this bus that transported these souls to heaven, and he walks on the grass, and because it's so real, it hurts his feet. Just grass hurts his feet so much because it is, it's the realness of it is so real. But yeah, that is a great book. I really enjoyed it. Though it's funny, I got to the end and it's like, it's a dream. What? I thought this was it.
Hey, spoilers! I haven't even read the book.
I was sorry. It says that at the beginning. It doesn't say it in the beginning. I just forgot it by the time I got to the end. So
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now, so something Neko wrote here sort of goes off a question that I was sort of formulating as you were talking, Chris. But he says, I think God gave people free will to make it like a test for someone to go to heaven, but that's my theory or thought / thing. Yeah, I mean, I think that's whether or not we choose him, that's our ultimate expression of free will. Do we choose to put our faith and trust in Christ? And if we do, then we go to heaven, and eventually the new earth. Or do we choose to deny him, and then we choose eternal punishment?
Yeah, that reminds me of a verse that I think is absolutely important that I think a lot of people forget. It's back in Deuteronomy 30, verse 19. It says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Therefore, choose life that both thou and thy seed may live. I think that's the King James with thou and thy. But basically, it's a commandment way back in the Old Testament where God commands his people, look, the choice is before you. Choose. You have to choose, and I urge you to choose life. So
yeah, exactly.
It should end all debate there, but it doesn't for some reason.
Well, and there's like, I feel like, sorry, go ahead, Francisco.
No, yeah, because I don't want to forget. I'm worried I'm going to forget.
Forget what?
So you're saying, like you're saying, Chris, when we get to heaven, billion years, all this pain is going to feel like nothing. And before that, when we were talking more about free will, and I think one of you mentioned that you're eventually going to make a bad choice if you have free will. We're eventually okay. So given that, so I'm someone putting my cards on the table. I'm someone who believes that we will continue to have free will in heaven or the new earth, both, however you want to put that, however you want to think of eternity as. But then we won't be doing evil if we're with God forever. So how do you balance having free will but then never choosing to choose evil with it for eternity?
Is that your question?
Yeah, that's my question. Yeah, I mean, no, not the question I had, but it came out of the conversation. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you get two questions. Okay.
Oh, okay. This could be my
question.
Want to
answer this one first, Chris, or should I?
You can take it.
Okay.
Go for it.
I think our choices will be limited is the wrong word. The obvious, what's to me kind of how I see it is that it's going to be obvious what is evil and what isn't, because then we'll be able to see a lot clearer and understand a lot clearer.
Exactly.
That it wouldn't make sense, but I also have a sneaky suspicion that we're not going to even be tempted to make the wrong choice, which would be evil.
Yeah.
So we are, because we don't see the full ramifications.
Yeah. So I have a whole thought picture about this, but I want to hear what Chris has to say before I go into that.
Yeah, I mean, kind of along the same lines. The reason we're so susceptible to the temptations of free will is because we have those temptations. We have the chaos and disorder in this world that would not exist in a perfect world that does not have the problem of pain and evil and that kind of thing. So I think in that way, Hank Hanegraaff used to, I think, describe it as, it's not that our free will goes away, but it's more like we've made this decision for how we want to spend eternity, and in that way it's affirmed for eternity.
Gotcha. I think I follow.
But yeah, but ultimately it's something. Okay. It's all very like speculative at this point.
Right. Yeah. And that's why we're in spiritual speculation. Exactly.
Oh, hey, that's a good name for it. We should call it that.
Wow. Okay, let's go back and rename all of these segments to spiritual speculations.
That'll take a lot of work, but I think it's worth it. Okay.
Okay. Good thing we have a time
already
machine.
Done. Yeah, it's all done. So the way I sort of formulated my response to this would be for, like, if my kids ever asked me about this, the response I'd give is, since I really love pizza, I use pizza in this illustration. So imagine you're in heaven / the new earth, and you're presented with one of these choices that here on earth in this life, it'd be very unclear and murky what we would choose, whether to do evil or good. The temptation might be really strong or what have you. But in heaven, it's almost like, okay, your choice is the most delicious pizza with all the perfect toppings made the perfect way that you love so much. You can choose that, or you can choose this muddy, moldy, worm-filled, maggot-covered thing that kind of resembles pizza. Your choice. You can choose either of them. It's up to you. I mean, whatever you want. But it's like,
I had the good one yesterday.
I don't think that's ever, but I mean, yes, I get you'd be bored of the same pizza over and over, but then, I mean, I'm not saying that's the only option forever, but just that illustration of it's going to be so clear which one you're going to choose. It's not going to be of course I'm not going to want the maggot wormed one. I'm going to want the awesome pizza.
That's fine, Daddy, but what does that have to do where babies come from?
Wow. Okay, so not going into the birds and the bees right now. That's how I would answer that. Anyway, let's see.
But
so that was.
So
go ahead.
Do you guys agree that God gave people free will as a test for someone to go to heaven, or?
Oh yeah, bring it back to
yeah,
Nicholas.
I think that was implanted at the very beginning with Adam and Eve before the fall. Is that
I disagree.
And a lot of people do. Well, I don't know a lot of people, but I've heard people disagree with me, and I'm fine with that.
So I want to make sure I'm understanding the question. Is it like when we're created and were we created with free will, or did free will come after? Is that the question?
No, the question is, did God create it as a test?
Okay. And Paul's saying, no, it's not a test.
I see what you're saying. Or at least maybe not. I'll talk about my answer and then tell me where I'm wrong or where you see a difference.
I don't actually disagree with you. I think.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
I disagree.
Set before the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and he said, "Do not eat of this tree." Which, by the way, going back to the question, did God create evil? I think and this is where people disagree with me. I tend to say, okay, look, God created a standard, and whether you follow that standard or not, or something that goes against that standard, is automatically evil.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like God indirectly created evil by creating a standard.
Yeah,
so at the beginning, God created the knowledge of the tree of good and evil, and the standard was not to eat it. And then God gave people the free will to obey that standard or not.
Okay.
So I would say yes. Now, did he do it? So now the question comes in: did he do it as a test to get into heaven? Well, God foreknew ahead of time that we would fall, and therefore, I do believe it is a test that God uses for us to go through, and run the race, and these trials are tests. So that's why I say yes. But how would you answer that, Chris? Or did you want Francisco to answer first?
Well, I'd agree. It is a test. I think it's less like free will was given as a test to get to heaven, because what free will demonstrates is that it's impossible to use our free will in order to get into heaven, because we can't earn it on our own.
That's a good way of putting it, yeah.
But I would say free will is more about God. Free will is an expression of love from God. Free will is a gift from God. When you love someone, you desire for them to have freedom. And when you desire someone's love, you don't want it to be given to you out of robotic, they don't have free will. They have to choose to love you. You want, God desires our love for him be a choice that we make freely.
Exactly.
As we're experiencing this life, as we get to know him. And I think that's because, God is in many ways more personal than simply a bunch of words in a book. He's that just contains a message to us from him, and a lot for us to, search through and struggle through. But ultimately, it's an expression of love. He wants us to have the free will to choose him, to be able to love him freely, and that doesn't happen apart from free will. And then of course, as a test of our ability to earn, okay, can we just get to heaven on our own merit? We fail that. That's as you quoted, as Paul quoted. all have fallen short of the glory of God. All have sinned. All have done that. And that's what's cool is then that free will that then opened us up to our own failings, then provided further opportunity for God to demonstrate his love for us by sending Jesus to go and do the work for us, so that we can spend eternity with him. And all it takes is, yes, I want to do that. I want to. Exactly. I'm going to do that. I'm going to follow you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So the question again, just so that I can answer, give my 2 cents. So you said it beautifully, Chris. Was free will a test? That's what the question was, right? Or a test that God?
Is like free will a test to get to heaven?
Okay.
Like, was that given to us as a test to get to heaven?
No, similar to what you said, Chris. I think it's something that we have because that's how we bear God's image. Now you might say, well, okay, but the angels have free wills, but they're not image bearers of God.
Some people disagree with that, but I agree with you that they do. But
they do have God's image?
No.
They do have free will.
Some people disagree that they don't think that angels have free will, but I'm with you that I think that they do. Yeah, I've talked with some pastors that believe
they
that.
did at least at some
at
point.
one point.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
No longer
The
do.
debate is whether they still do.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But if you've watched Touched by an Angel, then you know that they still do.
Yeah.
So.
Of course, the highly theological show, Touched by an Angel. All right. So I think it's more. That's the way we bear God's image is because we have free will. Yeah, we use it horribly in a lot of capacities, but just similar to how he freely chose to make us, we can freely choose to love him or not love him. And yeah, just like you said, Chris, he doesn't want us to. He didn't make us robots that were had to love him and could only do that because then it's not really love. That's just slavery, really. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if it's slavery as much as cause and effect, but then we get into
if you want to get into AI and I was gonna say into AI and like if we make robots that do our bidding, can you think of those as slaves? I don't know.
No. We'll save that for another Matrix discussion.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I'm sorry, I want to Machine Battlestar Galactica, and it's a whole like Cylons, are they alive, and all that.
Okay,
that's bleeding in, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And Matrix Reloaded is all about causality and stuff.
Oh yeah, the problem is choice.
Yeah,
exactly. Anyway, that's some awesome discussion. Chris, did you have a topic you want to go into or dive off of, or
no? I mean, I think we kind of covered it. I had a couple quotes from there that I thought were interesting, like evil turned out pretty good, didn't it? Quote was interesting, but I think we kind of explored the topic of evil pretty thoroughly here.
I do want to say, and this might be just a simple yes or no answer, and my question was, so Satan is the father of lies. I don't recall where exactly in the Bible it says that, but that's a biblical line, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Jesus said that at one point.
Oh, okay, that sounds right. So in this film, the evil genius, who's the Satan character, David Warner's character, he says all these things like, evil existed before anything else, and no one created me. And that got me thinking, if Satan's the father of lies, does he lie to himself? Like, does he just not know anything that's true? And if that's the case, how does he make any argument against Jesus?
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to function if he was. I think. Well, you have to ask him how much of it he believes is of his lies is truth or not. But he wouldn't be able to be as effective as he would because as he is. If he just believed all his lies and that kind of thing, then he'd be wrapped up in his own, lies but I think his greatest tool is to use 99% truth, but that 1% that
of the lie,
yeah.
Well, I think he does believe some of his own lies because that was his original problem, was believing a lie about himself that he could be
that he's
like
just God or better than God.
And I think if you do a study on the most effective pathological liars and all that kind of thing, what you'll find with them, at least for humans, like the more you make a practice of just lying, the less detached you get from reality, and the less you can even recognize the truth and recognize reality. And I think as intelligent as Satan might be, I think the fact that he is who he is means he is very detached from reality, at least to some degree.
Yeah, I could see that. Neko had said earlier with the free will discussion, earning, I think this is a question, earning trust and being devoted, is that considered free will then?
It can be.
Yeah, if you can choose to earn someone's trust or not. That's not, and they can choose to trust you.
You can choose to try to earn someone's trust.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's based on behavioral things you do out of free will.
Right.
Exactly.
And same with being devoted. I would say like that's true devotion is something where you're choosing to be devoted.
Exactly. It's not something where you'd like you're brainwashed or something like that. Yeah.
I have a pro-life tip. If anyone asks you, like, do you believe you have free will? You can say, I have the free will not to answer this question.
Oh, snap.
How is that pro-life?
Do you believe in free will? Did I say pro-life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You said a pro-life tip. I'm like, oh,
That was
okay.
it.
This is an interesting turn.
Sorry, I meant pro tip in
Pro-life.
life. A pro tip for life.
Oh, okay.
So you hear that? Go to those abortion clinics.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I'm glad we cleared that up because I wasn't sure what was happening. Okay.
I would say you were predestined to say that. Say that, so it doesn't matter.
Obviously at that point I didn't have much free will, but
Yeah, we didn't go into how much like there is a predestination or destiny or something like that, because I think there is an element of that. Like, so I feel like we're going back, and we can wrap this up, but
can we though?
I don't know.
This is an endless discussion when it comes to free will versus predestination.
So, well, this is more about like God's sovereignty. If I think of it, I know it's not a perfect example, but if I think of it as a king sovereignty, or even what sovereignty the president has, that office, so the honor that office has. Let's say a king, he doesn't know what every single God knows what we all do at the same time, but the king runs his kingdom, and it's sort of the rules get filtered down, and people sort of follow him based on the edicts on high. Okay, but he's not like with every single person everywhere in the kingdom saying, okay, are you doing this? Can you do this? Why aren't you doing this? He's not with us all the time in that way. He's not saying, okay, you need to move that stone here. He's not micromanaging us. Yes, exactly. So I wonder if it's God's sovereignty is like that. Like we have a lot of capacity for the things we choose to do. But if God wanted to come down to Francisco and say, okay, Francisco, I need you to pick up that book and put it over there. I mean, I don't think I'm going to deny him, or if he for whatever reason miraculously decides, you know what, I'm gonna take control of you right now, Francisco. I don't know if he'd take away my free will in that. But if he chooses, okay, I'm gonna lift this book up, Francisco, and move it over here, like a miraculous thing that doesn't make any sense, he can do that. He can come down to wherever he needs to be to make something happen that needs to happen for his ultimate plan to proceed. Does that make sense?
There a question in there?
Yeah.
No, it was just an illustration.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Okay.
All right.
Any other questions or comments
God
or
knows
thoughts?
the numbers of hairs on my head. He's micromanaging somewhere, at least to some degree.
Well, that's more bookkeeping than
Yeah, the angels
managing.
are going to write down, or they're going to open up the books of everything that we've ever done. So someone's keeping a log somewhere.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. All right. Well, this was an awesome discussion. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you so much, Paul, for giving so much.
Yeah, and thank you
thought
to Terry Gilliam for giving us so much to talk about.
Yeah.
I suppose. Thank you, Terry.
And his cinematographer.
Something good came from that movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Exactly. And thank you, Neko and Babo, for being here in chat, sharing ideas and thoughts. Awesome to getting to do this with you guys again. But until next time, I think we're gonna wrap up, and would you guys join us in a stream face? Which Chris is my stream face is at the end of the stream. I usually do a silly face that we hold. You just hold it for a while.
This is part of spiritual speculations.
Oh, I didn't do that part. I didn't do the end of spiritual speculations. Jeez Louise. Shalom.
You're too quick to end it.
I am, apparently. Jeez. So thank you so much, patrons, our Reflex Capacitors, for supporting this content. We hope it encouraged you or made you think, and if you have any thoughts or ideas you'd like to add, maybe you think something else about free will or predestination, let us know in our Partners in Time channel on Discord. But until next time, for me, for Paul, for Chris, we bid you all shalom.
That means peace.
Wow.
Sorry, I exercised free will there.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to end the stream. So please join me in a stream face. Chris and Paul, just make a silly face until I say we're done.
That's anticipation.
Here is your stream. Oh, wait. Hold on. Bob says, okay, so I missed something. Did you determine if Jean-Claude Van Damme has free will or not? Yes, he has free will. He's made in God's image. He has
have free will to know where he will show up and when, but when he gets there, he has free will to do whatever he wants.
Till next time, guys, here is your stream face. You're not supposed to move during the stream face, Paul.
Why not? Maybe I will do it, and it'll well, which one is it? Is it the blur face, or is it...
Oh, gosh.